Welcome to the Roadshow Podcast.
Brendan Cecich. Brendan C. Photo, otherwise known as on Instagram. What's happening, my man?
You pronounced my last name right. That's crazy.
Of course. Do the research.
Right.
No, I don't think I just assumed. Like,
Yeah.
what normally do you get?
I get like Cecich, what else do I get? Yeah, Cecich, Cecich or something like that. But like, yeah, it's Cecich.
Yeah,
It like makes sense. It's like the I before E, like.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
What's your background?
Croatian.
See, yeah, I've got
Dad's Croatian.
a lot of Croatian friends. So I'm like, one of my old mentors. His name's Mateusz Petrovski.
Mateusz Petrovski.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, it's a fucking
Right.
mouthful of a name. We just called him Matty P. Oh, dude. So, you've been doing a lot of filming for a lot of massive, massive stars at the moment.
Yeah, for a few years now. I think I've been doing this full time since like mid 2019.
Right.
Yeah.
How'd you get into like the on stage stuff and like below the stage stuff?
So I started off like every photographer like starts off like this, and it's the Instagram with like the photos of like nature and like the plants, and then
you were that guy.
yeah, and then you buy a drone, and then you get like some drone photos on your Instagram, and then you try to go for all, like the travel stuff and the aesthetic, and then like I just found like, you know, I like doing all that kind of stuff, and like I like seeing, you know, landscapes and like inanimate stuff, but like I wanted to like, to me, I want to focus on a subject that is like, that like, you know, they tell a story, or like it's a person and that kind of thing. So like, rather than like, you know, oh wow, that's a nice landscape of like mountains or something like that, like, whoa, that's a photo of Roddy Ricch, like, you know what I mean?
True.
So like, that's kind of like the, like, you know, it like kind of like, that's in my head, like the wow factor.
Did you have it in your mind that you were going to get to the stage where you're at now, like in front of like all of these artists, or was it like a slow progression where you're like,
it was
opportunity?
It was definitely like a goal, like to get to the point where I am, and I'm still like, obviously in my eyes, not at the point that I want to be at yet. Like I've still like got a lot more stuff to do, but yeah, like it's crazy, like from when I first started.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people, when they first start out in anything, like take this podcast for instance, I didn't think I'd have a full like setup like this.
Yeah.
It literally started on a couch, and I was shouting. I didn't have a camera or a microphone on me. I was in the background like, what do you think about your music? Like,
guys. No, I actually think I was scrolling. I was doing a little bit of stalking of your YouTube, and I went back right down to the bottom to like the first few of them, and I like saw the setup, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do this podcast. And then I scrolled back up to like more of the recent ones, and I was like, oh no, actually, yeah, this
he's progressed a little bit. There are some people that don't progress, man. They just like, they kick it.
Yeah, but you need the drive to progress.
Yeah.
Like you need to have the want to do something, and if you don't have the want to do it, you're not going to do it.
And do it well.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it's reciprocated when one artist, and I take photography and videography as an art.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah, for sure.
And you probably would see like you probably wouldn't want to work with like a shitty artist.
Well, I mean,
you know,
I wouldn't like label them as like a shitty artist, right?
No, you know
like
what I'm
more of
saying.
like an not as progressed in their career. Like for example, me, for like when I like first like was starting and like building up my stuff, like obviously like I didn't have the pool that I do now, so like I had to, like I was working with people that had, you know, they were starting out in their career and things like that, and like now at the moment, because like I'm advancing in my career, I'm like getting to the stage where like I'm working with all of these like big artists. You know, it's, yeah, like if I had like Perry, for example, be like, hey bro, like can we shoot a music video, and then like on this day, and sorry Perry, and then I'll be like, yeah, we'll do it on this day, and then like say for example like some big artist like Trippy Red's like, yeah, I'm coming, I want to do a music video, but I'm only free on this day. I'm like, sorry Perry.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It's a hierarchy, right? Because you want to develop your own career as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I know, I'm sorry Perry, I don't mean that.
Yeah, dude, I get that way too, man. And I think sometimes as you're the captain of the boat, right? So to put something to the wayside as like a lower on the hierarchy of what's important for your career, it's
Right.
not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just perceived as bad to the people that are put to the wayside.
Yeah, I do like where I can try to work with those artists that are just like up and coming and stuff like that, because like obviously I was in a position that they're in, like, you know, the creative industry. Like I was in a position that they're in of like starting out and trying to, you know, build their brand, build their name. So like I understand like how important it is to you know, have those connections with those people, and like the quality, like you need good quality content, right? So like I understand all of that. So where I can, like I do try to, you know, make time to, if someone's like for their first music video ever, right? Like I will make time. It might not be in the next 6 months, but like within the next year, maybe, like, you know, we can do something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just I'm very, very busy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, well, it comes with the progression.
Yeah.
Getting more and more busy and tailoring the things that you want to do to the place that you're in right now. That's the biggest thing. Like when you're first starting out, you don't have options.
Yeah.
Because like
That's
everyone.
why you start off with like the nature photography. Like you don't, yeah, I didn't just come out and be like, yeah, I'm shooting for all these big artists.
Yeah.
And like I'm doing music videos with all of these Perth artists, right? Like you gotta start somewhere, and you gotta, you know, you can't, when you start out, you're a generalist. So you're doing everything, right?
Right. That's a good way to put it.
And as you progress in your career, you become more of a specialist. So
Indeed.
So like I would classify myself as a specialist in like music photography and videography, rather than like a specialist in just photography, because that's like as a whole, like it could be anything, like photography, right? Like I specialize in music photography, like that kind of is like it's like a funnel kind of thing. So everything down to like specific thing, and pushing, you know, the music and all of that kind of industry, along with what I do, right? You know, I'm getting more clients that are more related to that. So my probably about 60 or 70% of my clients are like based in the music industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hectic. Well, it's the visual component to music, right?
Yeah.
It's the physical. Like I assume prior to like video hits and MTV and stuff, the one way that you could see performances was live.
Yeah.
And that was the physical action. So performances, like, remember like Michael Jackson and shit?
Yeah.
He went crazy nuts because you could only see him in a specific place. And then they started bringing out music videos, and like, then you got to see what he was really like.
And they did like the live recordings of the shows.
Started touching kids, all that stuff, you know?
Oh no.
But I think when music videos came around, it was a whole new side. It was the physical, like the visual appearance.
Yeah, it definitely opened up like a whole other aspect of the music industry. I feel like you've got you know, the actual sound of the music, but like something that like if you were to listen to a song and you were to close your eyes and like imagine the song, right? I'm assuming that's what people used to do before like music videos, which would have been like, I don't know, 60, 70.
In the 70s?
Yeah, no, like 74, I don't know, 80 years ago.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how long music videos have been around
Yeah,
for.
because even they had like
They're
like
in like the 1920s or 30s.
yeah, the old swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Like I'd classify those as music videos, but yeah, like you try and portray that message of, you know, I'm closing my eyes and listening to this song, and what do I see when my eyes are closed? And then you want to put that in front of people's eyes so they can see them with their eyes open.
True.
Yeah, so it's like kind of like a conveying of a message. So like when I shoot a music video, like one of the first things I do is I'll say to the artist, I'll be like, okay, send me all of your ideas, and then also send me all your lyrics as well.
Right.
Because they like their lyrics to them like mean something, but
it can be perceived differently.
Yeah, it can be perceived differently. So like, you know, if there's like a bar or something that I would see in the lyrics, and I'll be like, okay, I'm getting this idea from it. And while they might not have picked up on that, I've picked up on it, and then that might be something that will come into the music video.
True.
Into the idea.
Yeah, because I've worked, because I'm a music producer as well.
Yes, I didn't notice that.
And I've worked with people, and sometimes like they'll write something and I won't understand a fucking thing about what they've written, and then they're like, oh, it's about this, and I'm like, oh no shit, and then it all comes into my head and I'm like, oh, I get the whole pretense of this song now let me change these inflections and all this stuff, like the reverb should be open because this is emotional, whatever the fuck it is. But like you said, it's very perceptive, it's very individual, and with video it's a whole new avenue. And I think like these days sometimes you can just blow the fuck up, not on music quality, just on how you look. Like look at Island Boys. Right? That track sucked. The Island Boys just trying to make it. That was the trashiest song ever, and it was racist, but they looked fucked up.
So yeah, it just blew up, and then they fell off and then kissed each other. And
have they kissed each other?
Have you not seen it?
No, don't tell me they did that.
But I don't know where I saw it. I saw it somewhere, but yeah, they like kissed each other, and they're like, I think, are they biological brothers?
No, I think they're like friends from when they were growing up.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They just look very similar.
They look very similar. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I saw somewhere like, something about them kissing each other, and then everyone was just like clowning them for it.
That's actually a funny. That's really funny that you say that, because have you seen the photo of them? Oh, hold on. I won't spoil it. You'll be like, wait, what? Island Boys.
Do you screen record your screen when you show people stuff?
No, I need you to show me how to do that.
So see, you got QuickTime in that bottom right corner.
Where?
Down here, you got QuickTime.
Yeah.
Click on that. And then go up to File. New screen recording. The third one down, yeah.
Oh, what?
There you go. And then now go to...
Can you do this while this is operating too?
Yeah, so see where it records entire screen. You can just click record. And now it's recording your whole screen.
So it's that one?
Display 2, I'd imagine. Yeah, display 2. Yeah. And then you just click that little stop button up the top.
That one?
See on the end here.
Oh, yeah, that one?
So when you're ready to stop, you just hit that.
You just saved me a... Holy fucking shit. Like,
but I would make this full screen.
Yeah.
So like you can...
Let's go.
Yeah. There you go.
Just comes up with a bunch of porn on there.
Jeff Epstein, what?
Yeah, dude. So this is the Island Boys with Jeffrey Epstein when they were children. So there's a conspiracy theory out right now that these kids were sold by the parents to Jeffrey Epstein for his island, and this is on his remote island.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. When is this from? This must have been...
This is fucking years ago. They were kids.
No, I mean, like, when did this come out?
Oh, this came out like early last year.
No way.
Yeah, and I did some deep diving. The only reason as to why they have money is because of him. Like, there's no reason as to why they have money.
Yeah. No, that's actually very, very true. Like, why do they have so much money?
Yeah, they had diamond encrusted teeth prior to starting music. You're like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, that is a bit mad.
Just fucking old dude.
Hectic.
As like an 8-year-old, and you got it. It's in the bag. Mum, you fucked up.
Island Boys say they've never met Jeffrey Epstein. Kids in viral photo aren't them. They'd probably be paid to say that.
No, they paid a bunch of like, this is TMZ.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
You still got like Complexes reporting on that. Damn. Yahoo.
They're constantly trying to like diminish like the story. So, no, that wasn't.
Maybe that's why they kissed each other, to hide, like shovel that in, and everyone starts talking about them kissing each other.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of deception in like just standard media these days to cover up a lot of things.
Just want to say, there's nothing wrong with boys kissing each other. I don't have any problem with that. I thought they were biological brothers, which is why I was like, that's a bit strange.
But it makes sense as to why they have money, for sure. I'm not against gay people. Yeah. I'm not against it. Really? I'm against children being sold to old fucking pedophiles, for sure. But other than that, go for it.
Nah.
Oh, damn. We might cut that part out.
Yeah, I don't want to get cancelled.
You won't, bro. You said all the right things. There's some parts of my my YouTube where I'm just going on rants. And at the height of... I would talk about conspiracies on conspiracies. And like, there's a section of demonetization that I copped for like, I think it was maybe like 20 episodes. Every single one got demonetized on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned
Yeah. Mentioned a bunch of other things. So it's just like, fuck. But now, for some reason, I can talk about any conspiracy theory and it comes out as conspiracy fact within like a month. And I'm like, okay. And then it goes from demonetized to monetized again. And you're like, okay.
Interesting.
It's strange, man. It's very strange. When larger corporations have that power to like say what's real and what's not, then, you know.
No, I love conspiracies. I love watching them. I've been into, what do you call it? I haven't delved into it too much recently, but like I've seen have you seen the US Congress talking about the aliens?
Do you reckon it's a cover-up?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like everyone over like however long has been talking about aliens and stuff, right, being real and all that kind of stuff. And then finally the government comes out and says, yes, they are real. We've known about them since like the 1950s or whatever. And no one's batted an eye. Like,
yeah. The weirdest thing that I kind of have in my head about the whole aliens thing is when the first alien movies started getting made in the 70s or the 60s and 70s, like the Godzilla and all that. Yeah. That's when the sightings started to happen.
Right.
And prior to that, like there's some calligraphy like that's inscribed on the walls in Egypt that there's like a flying disc in the sky, but like they didn't have any idea of what the sun was. They thought it was like just you know how you have flat earthers? Yeah. Dude, you want a fucking story? I was in the hospital, right? And I had to get taken down into a level where there was an MRI machine. Yeah. And this guy's like, what do you do for work? I'm going to be taking you down. Let's have a chat. I'm going to be taking you down to the MRI level. This guy goes, oh, you have a podcast? What do you talk about? And I'm like, oh, anything, you know, like I talk to a lot of people doing things in the music industry and stuff. And he's like, do you ever talk about conspiracy theories? And I was like, oh, fuck, here we go.
My guy,
right? And I was like, this is just going to be an interesting conversation all the way there. He doesn't take me down for half an hour. He sits on the end of my bed and just gives me the spill of why he is not a Christian anymore and decided to become a flat earther religiously.
This is like a nurse?
This is a nurse, dude. And I'm like, okay, I'm never going to name his name or anything because I want him to keep his job. But
yeah, for sure.
The sanity's already gone. Like, it's out the door. But I've heard, like, ever since you talk to someone and now that like phones record everything that you're saying, I started getting all these feeds of like reasons as to why the earth is flat. Like a pilot going, obviously it's flat. Like, it's like, damn, dude.
Crazy.
They just want to propagate shit. Right? Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
No, I still don't get the whole like why people think Earth is flat. Like, I mean, I can see like why they would be conspire about it. Yeah, but like, I don't know, like to invest so much time into trying to like, you know, convince people like, there's no point.
There isn't.
Like, how are you going to prove it to me that the earth is flat? Like, there is no way. There's nothing that you can do to prove to me why this is true. But then again, like, I can see their point of view where, like, there's no way I can prove to them that the earth is round.
Yeah, right.
Apart from, like, all of the photos and the International Space Station stream and, like, all that other stuff, all the other evidence that the earth is round. Like, I can give that to them, but, like,
why don't we see if the earth is flat, why don't we see like the Burj Khalifa and the Eiffel Tower in the distance? It's like the tallest building in the world. Wouldn't you be able to squint and see that?
That is true.
You know?
Well, I mean, like, because I live in the hills, right? You'd think that from where I am, looking down at the city, you can like see everything, right? But like when you're in the city, like looking back at the hills, even though it's like not that far, like you can just barely see the top of the hills.
Yeah, true.
So like,
That's
know,
a good point.
It might be something. I don't know.
I think it's a load of fucking shit, to be honest. It's probably just to distract us. It's another distraction, bro. Like,
NPCs.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen that fucking video of that chick that just gang gang?
Which one?
Oh, bro.
Not the one on the
TikTok?
airplane?
On TikTok?
No.
And she's like, oh, dude, this is fucked
It's
up.
not the one of the lady on the aeroplane, is it?
No, she sits in her house and there's a baby that walks up to her and it's like, mum, mum, mum. And she's on fucking TikTok on a live for like an hour.
Yeah.
And she basically just, every time she gets one of those tokens sent to her, so you can have like a rose, a cowboy.
The NPC streamers. I've seen
she's
those.
blown the fuck up because of it.
Right.
And now I think her name's like Pink Candy or some shit. Let's just type in Pink and NPC. It'll come up. This bitch.
Yeah, I think I have seen like clips of this.
For you. Take your cash, take your kilo. Yes, yes, yes. Take your in. Oh, take it, Samantha. This is so cool. Take your cat in.
She makes $32,000 an hour.
Oh, take it, baby. This is for you.
What the fuck, dude?
But I need to stream. I need a live stream on TikTok more.
Yeah, I need to live stream.
I just set my phone up to live stream while I'm editing.
It's probably a good idea, man, because it's like, but you're a player. I wouldn't for money. When people like sacrifice themselves for money, that's when I start going, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I dated a stripper once.
Yeah.
And as soon as she told me she was sleeping with dudes for money, I was like, I'm out.
No.
That ain't it.
No.
It's not so much the action that fucks me up. Hey?
Is that not illegal?
I think it's legal in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think you have to be registered as a worker. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe not.
On the talks of people selling themselves for money or like selling their souls for money, have you seen what happened to Lil Tay?
No.
Bro, you know Lil Tay, right?
Yeah.
Bro, she passed away apparently this morning.
This morning?
Yeah, search it up. Lil Tay.
No way.
Yeah. Apparently her and her brother. But then there's been like a post on Instagram for like someone that apparently is her brother saying that their parents are faking their death.
Oh, wait, what the fuck? I didn't even click on it. Oh, so there's reports that they might be
Bro,
faking?
no. Oh, I mean, it's all over 9 News. It's all like on every single news thing. Yeah, news.com.
Both dead? Was it like a joint suicide or something?
I don't know.
Why did
When I heard both dead, I heard maybe car accident or something. But like,
right?
Rest in peace, Lil Tay and her brother. But I mean, it's interesting though. Now, like literally, this was announced like hours ago, and there's already conspiracies of whether it's true or not.
Well, I think we're in that time period, man,
Yeah.
where you kind of have to question everything.
Was it like she was 14?
Jesus Christ. She was 14?
Yes, 14.
Mystery surrounds the sudden and tragic death of Gen Z influencer Lil Tay and her brother. Lil Tay, whose real name is Claire Hope. Oh, that's a cute name. And 21-year-old Jason Tien's death were announced in anonymous post on the 14-year-old's Instagram overnight. No cause of death was given.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reports out at the moment that a bunch of artists have been like quote unquote selling their souls. Have you ever seen the video of what Katy Perry used to do on stage to what she does now?
I think I saw something about it.
Where she's
like
like
a while ago.
barefoot, like baggy jeans,
Right.
short hair, but like scruffy hair, not like clean, no makeup. And she's like, let's rebel and all this stuff. And then like cut to 2023 and she's like fucking dancing like a fucking idiot with like the Migos and shit. Like people, she literally was doing like the robot. Yeah, like literally did the robot in 2023. And I find that all these people that are conforming to the status quo of what we generalize as okay in media, they're kind of falling off the deep end now because it's become so radicalized.
Well, I'd say because like people are getting famous now for like no reason, and they're relevant for no reason just because they're like doing dumb shit, right?
Correct.
So like, you know, you can kind of see, you know, a lot of the management of those artists are probably like, you got to come out here and do some whack shit, like some stuff that's going to get people talking. True. So that like you stay relevant. Like take Doja Cat, for example.
Prime example. And take Sam Smith.
Yeah.
Right? What the fuck happened to that guy? He was talking all about love. And I think his like music still does influence like feeling. Don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic artist.
Great voice,
amazing fucking voice. But just like when I saw that video of the fish of them, you seen that shit?
Which one?
Where he goes, I always wanted to be a fish of them. And they're like, a fisherman? And then he's like, yes, I want to be a fish of them. It's like you're just taking inclusivity to like a whole new level just to get like more. I don't know if it's to stir the pot, so it creates more media hype, so you get more eyes on you. But conforming is just not in my DNA.
Have you seen the conspiracy that Sam Smith is actually Adele?
I have seen that. Yeah, like lower his tone of her voice, and it sounds exactly like.
Yeah.
But they did that with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Oh, not Beyonce. It was Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done it with lots of people, like Posty, Justin Bieber, there's a few others.
Yeah, no shit. But I think that's a real thing for Jay-Z. Do you know the song, it was from 2001 Chronic, from Dr. Dre.
I'm so bad with song names, but like I know songs.
It's the main song. Bring, 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 bring. Guess who's back? Bring, bring. Fuck. Still Dre. Still Dre.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't write a single lyric for that. That was all Jay-Z.
Huh. Well, I mean, like a lot of songs now, like you've got writers, like for example, which one is it? Boyfriend by Justin Bieber. Ed Sheeran wrote that.
Ed Sheeran, right? Yeah, he did the guitar and everything for it.
Like wrote the entire song. Him and Charlie Puth, I'm pretty sure.
I wonder if it's like a 50% credit, like because it would come under writers' credits in Spotify, and then they would get paid off the back end.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn. So back to you.
Hello.
I want to know, for you, not just like in music hierarchy, what's been the most important person that you've worked with in the industry? Who stood out to you the most?
Like in just like the whole thing?
What you've done up until now?
I'd say like the boys in the office.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like as like corny as that sounds, but like no, the boys in the office, like they help me stay grounded.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me to shut up when I need to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm showing them a TikTok video, they'll be like, fuck off, I need to do work.
Yeah.
But like no, they're my great supporters as well. And I support them as much as they support me. But yeah, no, like I think, you know, we're just like homies and stuff, and we'll just work in the same spot. And my girlfriend.
Hey.
Yeah, she's great.
I like that humility, because you could have answered like any kind of rapper that you've worked with or anything, and you need that team around you, dude.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, there's a whole thing of like, you know, competition and stuff like that. And like the quote I like to work by is collaboration versus competition. So like, we'd rather collaborate rather than compete against someone.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to get anywhere if you're just constantly like fighting for that top spot against somebody else.
Yeah. I call them islands.
Islands.
Yeah. So the people that just want to work for themselves and like they don't want any like, I guess, influence from the rest of the industry and stuff. They're on an island by themselves, and it's like a lonely island. Yeah, that's a good reference.
Yeah.
And it is funny. It's funny to like meet someone that doesn't want anything to do with you. Like in comedy, I have comedians come in all the time, and they will tell me that they'll hit up another comedian to do a show, and they're like, "No, I've got my own thing going on." And you're like, "Don't you want to progress? Don't you want to innovate in your career and be able to make new contacts? Or if you're in the same city as this guy in 10 years and you guys are both on the same show, don't you guys want to have a connection, be able to hang out and have friends on the road?"
Like have that backstory. There's also like in this industry, it does not matter how good you are at all. Like you could be absolutely arse. It's like if you know someone, like if you have that connection with someone, like you're gonna land that job, right? Yeah. Like you could be, you know, you could say like I've seen tour photographers and videographers that tour with artists, right? And they're using like cameras that are like, you know, $200-$300 cameras, and they're just like not knowing really like what to do or whatever. Like they do know what they're doing. Like don't get me wrong, but like, you know, just because they have like that contact, you know, they got the job.
The relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's just as important to like know people and to meet people as is like expanding your own like quality of work. So I feel like that's like, you know, you need to have that. It's like it's not you have one or the other, like you have to have like both. Yeah.
I find the people that are everyday assholes don't get far. Do you know what I'm saying by that? Like
Everyday assholes.
yeah, so like if you how you are to one person is how you are to everyone.
Oh yeah, got you.
Right? So if you are constantly making niceties with your voice and expressing like gratitude and stuff to the people that are around you, you don't even need to be vocal about it. You just know like intrinsically that you're gonna like make good friends today, be a nice person today.
Yeah.
But if you go if you start your day with fuck the world.
Yeah, if I'm in that mood, I'm not talking to anyone at all.
No.
I'm putting my headphones on and I'm just working.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, right? Because you do get through it. And I think some people, well, I'm even I do this myself. When I am not in the right headspace and I have something booked, I'll unbook it or rain check it.
Yeah.
I'll rain check it so I know that I'm in a good space.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just comes with the territory, dude.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Juice WRLD?
Oh. Yeah, he was such a nice dude, bro. Like the first time I met him was that show that I shot, which, you know, was the second last show that he did. So I got in contact with the Kid Laroi, like quite a few years ago. And so we linked up when he was on that tour.
Because they just did that track together, right?
Well, yeah, like they'd recorded it. I don't know if they'd recorded it at that point. That was November 2019. I think... No, they hadn't recorded it just yet. They recorded it when they went back to him.
Oh wait, no,
it
came out on Legends Never Die, right?
No, they had recorded it. Because the week after I met him, I shot him, was when he passed. So that's like one of the things that's kind of like other artists that have passed away. So you've got X, you've got Lil Peep and stuff, right? And like to me, like, you know, they're great artists. Like I love all of their music, but their passing hit me, but it also like kind of like passed. Like it wasn't as like hard. But I think like meeting Juice and working with him, like, and just like because we had a conversation. I can't remember the specifics of it. I've got a video of like our conversation somewhere. But just that like connection, like that moment for me, like made that whole point when he passed, like so much, like that hit me. Like I was lying in bed. It was like 12:30 at night. And my girlfriend was like, Juice WRLD died. And I was like, no, he didn't. And I was just like, because our phone was on Do Not Disturb at that point. Like, so I just didn't see anything. She was like, Juice WRLD died. And I was like, no, he didn't. And then I was just like, you're lying. So I pulled up my phone, went onto like Google and like searched it up, and it sure enough came up. I just like, I turned my phone off and I just like sat there and I just like stared at the wall for like probably 10 minutes. And like, she spoke to me and I was just like, oh, like, I'm just, one sec. No, I just like sat there. Like, I didn't know how to process that. Like, even though like, you know, I wasn't, you know, best friends with him or something like that, but like the fact that like, you know, I met him, I'd idolized his music and like his style for like years before that, and like, you know, for that to happen was just like a shit, like it just changes. It's like that, which is crazy.
That's wild, man. You can have a conversation with someone and then it's all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that happen recently to my grandfather. I saw him.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay, bro. He was happy. He went out happy, which is fucking awesome. Like, I didn't get to meet him up until I was 14, and then I only met him a few times after that. It's just a long backstory. And then recently, about 3 months ago, I went to my cousin's wedding, and he was there, and I was just like, oh shit. And we got photos and everything. We had a beer together, and I'm off alcohol, and I had a beer just with him because I was like, I'm fucking doing this. And then I got word when I was in hospital last time that he was dead, and I was just like, wow, holy shit, I couldn't even be there.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought exactly what you thought, is like I had that conversation and then out of nowhere it just happened. Yeah. You know?
I almost didn't go to that show. I almost didn't do that. I had another gig that night.
Really?
Yeah. And I almost didn't go shoot it. Because I actually ended up leaving that gig early to go shoot my other job. Wow. But I almost didn't go to that whole show completely, because literally the day after or something like that, I had to fly. I was going on a holiday, so I was flying out to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I was like, oh no, I've got work tonight and I'm flying out. So like, you know, maybe I'll just give this one a pass. Like, you know, it'll come back around. And then like something in me just like, I was like, nah, like fuck it, I'll go do it. And then I went and did it. And like, you know, it's probably one of like my favorite memories of like shooting a show.
Wow.
And like that show as well, I've never done this before, but I had a GoPro and I attached the GoPro to like the top of my camera while I was taking photos. Cause I was like, I'll do like BTS. No, so like it like shoots down the line of the lens.
The camera. Yeah.
So I was like, I'll film some BTS because like TikTok was popping. I was like, I'll film some. And I haven't posted any of that BTS from that GoPro because like I just don't know what to do with it. Like because I got back from my holiday. And then that's when it passed. And then I just had all this footage. And I actually completely forgot about it for like maybe 4 or 5 months until I found it on one of my hard drives. And I was just like, oh shit. Like that's where the video is that of me having a conversation with him. Like you can't hear it because that's when like it was when Laroi was performing.
So it's just
and like my camera was like I was holding it like this. And so like it was like facing that way, like sideways. And like you pretty much just like see his arms and like he was holding his Nintendo Switch. So it was,
of course he was.
It was me, Juice, Ali, and then George, I think it is. I think that's his name. It was his old manager. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was us and then Han. You know Han? The producer? The one from Sydney? Laroi. Fuck Han.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was there as well. He was DJing, opening for Juice with the Kid Laroi, and then Laroi came out. But yeah, no, it was a great show. You know, talking to him, you could obviously like see that he was affected by drugs.
Slurring his words.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. It was kind of like it was a little bit of like a bittersweet moment for me because like I obviously idolize this guy, right? But like to see someone like in that kind of like vulnerable state is like almost a little bit like, you know, strange. It's like a little bit upsetting in a way, but like, you know, I just, you know, wish there were different outcome of that whole situation that unfolded. Like,
I know what you mean by there's a saying, don't never meet your idols.
Yeah. I'm glad I met him though.
Yeah. I'm not gonna name his name because I still love the guy. But I met one of my idols last year, and we hit it off like crazy, which is wild to me. This guy is just a regular dude, and we had a conversation about his mom.
All
and
of them
everything.
it's crazy. They was regular people.
Yeah, like, and there was a kickoff where there was drugs involved, and then somebody started a rumor about me to him.
Right.
I think they were probably just jealous or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, and I was in the green room and he's like, get the fuck out. I was like, oh shit. I'll leave. Like, see ya. And I'll tell you who it is after the pod. But yeah. And I hit up his team and everything and made amends with all of them. I didn't know what happened. It was just very like left wing. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, right.
And and I still support the guy. I love the dude to death. Love his music and everything. But when you meet someone and you realize that they're just a regular person going through the same bullshit that everyone that you will ever meet is going through. Yeah. They still have to pay taxes. They still have to, you know, make sure their head's in check.
Yeah. Like some of these bigger artists, right? Like you'd expect them to be so comfortable performing, right? The amount of times that before a show, an artist will just sit on the couch and like will just say to like his team or their team, you know, just give me 5-10 minutes just by myself, like just to like calm down a bit, because like they're like, it doesn't matter how big you are, like you're always going to get nervous before doing a show, right? Like there's so many of the like what ifs and like if something goes wrong, like all that kind of stuff, like the biggest artists, like they all go through that, which is crazy.
Have you met Post Malone?
Briefly.
Because you shot for him, right?
So that was actually one of the first shows that I shot.
Was that Red Hill?
No, it was RSC Arena.
Okay, right.
So I shot for a publication. So that's how I kind of got into all the like live music photography. I shot for a publication, and then I met one of my other idols, Adam DeGrosse, which is Post Malone's photographer. Yeah. So we met in the pit, and then we we hit it off and stuff, and then we all ended up going back to the after party afterwards with Jaden Smith at Metro City, but that was chill. But yeah, no, Posty was great.
Yeah,
I met him briefly, like around the side as he was coming out into the cars and stuff, because Jaden Smith, everywhere he goes, he has to have a Tesla.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So his ride of choice, like, you know, most artists, they get the vans and stuff like that. Like Jaden Smith, Jaden Smith's Tesla.
Really?
So he rocked up to Metro City in a Tesla.
SUV, the model
the T, yeah, with the T doors open up. The one for the same style from his music video.
Yeah. Teslas are dope. I would like to rock up in one too.
I want my next car to be a Tesla.
What do you want?
I don't know.
The Plaid?
I don't know. I don't know whether I'd want the sedan or the SUV like kind of one. Because like the SUV kind of one would be quite good for like my camera gear and stuff. Yeah. My dad keeps telling me to buy a van, and I'm like,
it's not a bad idea.
I know. Like one of my friends, Lloyd, he bought a van. And like it's great. Like he has so much space in the back. He's got like all the drawers for all his gear and stuff. But like but for like me, right? Like I like a little like fast, like zippy car. And I work in the city, so I like trying to like get in and get around and stuff. Like I need to be kind of like, you know, I need to be able to parallel park with ease.
Yeah, true. I've got an Audi, and that's got automatic parking.
Oh, sick.
So you just hit the button and it just it parks for your automatic. Like every time I do it, like I'll pick up my nan and I'll be like, Nan, check this out, and I'll hit the button and she's like,
That's so sick.
Yeah, she's like shitting herself. But like I think if you can buy like a van or something, I understand that you want something zippy for yourself.
Yeah.
But if you bought it under your company,
my car that I've got at the moment is under my company.
Yeah.
So I financed that, and so like I put down payment, and then I financed it over 5 years. So each year I get to claim back the stuff through my business.
Is it a lease?
No, buying.
You bought it?
Yeah, buying it, but I got a loan for it.
Okay, right. Yeah, I leased mine under my company.
Yeah.
And then I just paid out the lease at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can either swap it for a new one, keep the same payments going, or you just buy it out. And I was like, I'll just buy it out in personal.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. I imagine like getting to take your dad's side for a sec. Like if you could, let's say you're going to Melbourne or Sydney.
Yeah.
You put your van on a truck, you fly over, and then you catch up with your stuff when you get over there, and then they have like a mattress in there, like, and just park it up and sleep in there, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, like if I was to work over in like Melbourne and Sydney, like I do go over there like every now and then. But usually like if I'm over there, like I've got people that I know there, so like you know, I can just be like, hey, can I borrow this stuff? Or like, you know, I could just go and hire it. Like I find that just so much easier. Then like, you know, you have to pay you have to pay some like company or to like ship it over, or you have to pay extra luggage.
Yeah, understandable.
But yeah, I feel like it's just easier. Like you just get the same exact stuff that I've got here over there, and I know how to use it, or just drop it back off the next day. I don't have to worry about packing it up. Or
so you hire your equipment when you're there?
Like if I need to, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually like I'll bring like everything that like I need,
like the camera,
like the main stuff. Yeah. So like camera, lenses, like hard drives, computer, all that stuff. Like I'll bring as much as I can. Usually I've got like a little. I've got a little bag that I put in my suitcase. It's like a little zip, and it's got like all cables and shit in it. So like, you know, I just put that in my bag. But like if I need to hire, like bring like big lights and stuff like that, like I'll just hire it. Yeah, it's just so much easier. And then I can hire it and pay someone to come and like do gaffing or whatever, so they can come and like set it up.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Are there studios that have it already set up over there?
There's quite a few.
Oh okay, right. I think that's one thing in Perth. We have that white space. You can hire it out. It's literally like in the back of a warehouse, and it's all whited out.
Friday Studio.
Yeah,
I shot there lots of times. We actually did the have you seen the Mars and Bless music video?
No.
Oh, pull it up on YouTube. We shot that there. It's I haven't seen anyone do this kind of like video, this type of video before. So the whole thing was shot on a 360 camera.
What the shit?
Yeah. It took so much brain.
On a 360 camera?
Yeah, it took so much brain power to figure out how to do it.
Did you have to like duplicate the scene?
Yeah, so basically the camera was like set up on a C stand in the same position, and we just did the take like 16 different times. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And yeah.
Try and do it exactly the same way.
Well, I didn't have to do it the exact same way. Like it's like masked. Like you'll see it in a sec. Like type in Brendan Cecich. That should come up with my YouTube.
Is it
CECI?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
There you are.
And then if you go onto that profile, it should be under music videos. Yeah, that one.
How good is your boy Mars?
But he's great. He's so fun to work with.
Shout out YBM.
So yeah, I haven't really seen anyone do this kind of shit before, like worldwide. Like I there's been people that have used 360 cameras like in music videos, but like to something like this, I haven't seen. The main reference I had was the Mercy music video.
Yeah. Oh, this is his new track.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you shoot this?
So we originally shot it in December, and we actually hadn't like had it as like this was going to be the idea. We like shot like all this other like stuff for it, and then we did like this was just going to be one scene of the video of like the 360 shit. And then I was like, oh, I wonder what this would look like if I like duplicate them and like do the effects and stuff. And I did it, and I was like, "Bro, this is too good." So we actually like reshot the entire thing in like March, I think it's February.
Oh, really?
March. We reshot the entire music video.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So how easy is it to make cuts? Would you?
Oh, that was so hard.
Yeah, I'd imagine, right?
So like the whole thing is like there's a sequence that has 16 different layers of all the different takes.
What?
And then I had to watch through every single take and then figure out which part is going to be on screen at which time. And then, so I had to do that between all of them. So it was like that. And then I had to like nest all of it. And then in the nest, after doing that, I had to put them in the positions. And then I had to put all that into a nest and then open a new sequence with that sequence in it. And then do all the keyframe and movements and stuff. And then I had to make sure that when the camera panned around, there wasn't a spit where like one scene is changing to another.
Yeah.
So you'll watch this video and there'll be no
cuts.
There'll be no like visible cuts. Like it's always like, it transitions. Say you've got...
he's already moving when it all comes on the screen.
You've got 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
right? As the 3 different like sets. So if you go to camera 2... camera 1 will change or something like that, and then it will go to camera 3, and then your camera 2 might change, but then you go back to camera 1 and now you've got that new clip in there. So it's like
that's almost like alternating B-roll,
pretty much,
right?
Yeah,
that's hectic,
except it all has to be in sync with the lyrics.
Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah.
What do you use to sync up lyrics? Do you use like a syncing code, or do you just do it visually off the waveform?
Well, I use Premiere, and usually I try to use a speaker that's like loud, so that the waveform in the actual video file can be heard properly. And then in Premiere, you can just use Premiere, synchronize. So I do that, and if it doesn't work, then I'll like listen by ear and like find it. But usually, if it doesn't sync by itself, the easiest way that I do is I find like a kick on like the start of the chorus or something, or the drop. That kick, I like find that, cut the clip, and then I find that in the actual audio, cut that as well, and then put both of them like that, and then drag back the first part of it. And yeah, it just makes it a lot easier. But I try to do this with all my music videos, rather than like filming little bits for like certain lyrics. I will just say,
film all the way through.
Film all the way through.
Yeah,
and then just lay over all the way up.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of information for people starting out.
Yeah, it saves so much time, and it's so useful as well. Like even if, there's not a lot going on, say you've got like a certain part of the song, what this scene is going to be used for, right? Even if that scene is going to be nowhere else in the video, still like start your video recording and then start the audio at the start. So have it play all the way through, and then just have the artist like do some like random shit up until that point, and then they do their part, and then just you don't have to keep recording after, but like as long as you've got that starting point.
That's a really, really good point.
Yeah.
Because it syncs up your audio, so all your 16 layers can be like butted up.
Yeah.
I find, because I use Premiere Pro just for Autopod. Autopod's an extension.
Autopod's great.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
You can use Autopod for music videos as well if you've got like a really basic fucking music video.
Right.
Because it has a variation camera switch. I'm not saying use it. Don't fucking use it. But it is a possible thing that you can use. And I use DaVinci for all of my... Dude, I started this podcast and I was using Apple's iMovie.
iMovie, yeah. I deleted that off my laptop.
Dude, I couldn't believe how trash it was until I started using DaVinci and Premiere Pro.
Yeah, I've used Premiere mainly for like all my editing just because I'm used to it. But I also use DaVinci as well, like every now and then. But all my color grading is all done through DaVinci.
Yeah, because it's pretty good, right?
And also I shoot Blackmagic, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, it would work a lot easier.
Yeah.
How do you find working with so much 4K and high grade 4K? Like, do you have like an M1 or something?
I have an M1 Max Studio.
Nice.
Literally like the base model, and it works perfectly. But I also have like 30-40 terabytes of like external storage.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
And it's powered. Is it SSD?
Yeah, powered hard drive. So I have 2 SSDs. I have like 4 or 5 terabytes
like
of
these?
SSD. Yeah, like them.
Yeah.
Well, I actually use these. My camera records straight into these.
Blackmagic does, yeah.
Yeah. Is that a T5?
Yeah.
Would you sell it if I bought you a T7?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, how big is that?
A terabyte.
Yeah, I'll buy it off you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get them anymore?
No, they discontinued the T5, and the
Really?
T5 is the only like price, like cost effective SSD solution to film Blackmagic. So I can plug that straight into my camera and record straight onto that.
Right.
Yeah, but the T7, the new one, I'm assuming maybe in the future they might develop a patch that you can then use them. But bro, I've been looking on Amazon, I've been looking everywhere to try and find T5s. They've got them nowhere.
You can't code? You can't get a coder to hack the No?
I mean, I wouldn't do that to my camera.
No.
My precious baby.
No, I imagine like with terabyte storage for SSD. Hold on. Oh, coffee. I've had too much. You know when it makes you short of breath?
Yeah.
No, fucking coffee. I love
it.
Yeah, I'd imagine that you could probably do something to the coding that's in the memory card rather
Allow
than
it to bypass it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like in the coding. I think it's more so in like the actual
hardware.
Yeah, because like there's if I was to record like 6K 50 FPS onto an SD card, like it would drop frames. Like the speed just isn't fast enough. So it would drop frames and it would just stop recording, which is why I record onto an SSD. It's just so much easier as well.
And there's no like flickers or anything. No, it's pure.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Imagine if I did a 4K recording of a podcast. Like most of my podcasts go like 2-3 hours. Dude.
Yeah.
It'd be like 3 terabytes.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on your file size as well. Like if you're recording MP4, your file sizes are usually smaller. They're more compressed. Whereas if you're recording .mov, then it's like bigger, more uncompressed. And then I record in Blackmagic RAW.
What's the bitrate on that?
I looked at a file the other day and I think it said it was something like 9,000.
What?
I don't know if I read that wrong, but yeah, it you can change the bitrate levels. I should have bought my camera. It would have been cool to see it. The Blackmagic settings are just so easy to use. Like the screen's like this big. Like it's like looking at an iPhone and changing all your settings.
And it's all touchscreen and
all touchscreen. Yeah,
man, I need that shit.
So yeah, no, it's way easier. But if you were to film on if you were to get Blackmagic 4Ks, you just set 2 of them up and
1080p,
1080p,
and it'll still be crystal clear.
Yeah, just change this. You can change the sensor size to keep it 4K, so you don't have any crop.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or you can change the sensor size so that it's cropped, so that you have like a little bit more zoom if you need it.
Because what I do right now for like real production, I'll take my 1080p and then I'll just like 9 by 16 it on the side.
Yeah.
And just crop it that way. And you kind of do get a little bit of fuzz because they're low quality cameras.
Yeah. Do you know what you should do?
Well,
because these are on tripods, right?
Mm.
Have you got Photoshop?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new like Photoshop generative fill?
No.
Oh.
No way.
So you can like position this in the middle of the. So create a new document in Photoshop.
Yeah.
16 by 9, vertical.
Yeah.
And then take a screenshot from the podcast, put it in the middle, and then actually no, it might not work too well because like if our arms and stuff are cut off.
Yeah.
But like you'll put like if you pull up TikTok real quick. You know Sev, right?
Yeah, he's one of my very, very good friends.
Yeah, so Sev and I just did a...
You'd think TikTok would have its own, like, button. You know how you press Y and YouTube comes up?
Yeah.
When you press T, status comes up?
Yeah. What happens if you press P?
Let's actually try it. What is that? Piston Hansen?
Petish Hansen. Digital. Oh,
I'm fucking curious now. Hold
photographer? Oh, maybe not.
Goddamn. All right, TikTok. Tick.
So if you go to Sev's pics, we just did a campaign for Adobe.
Fuck off.
That sounds crazy to say. I just did a campaign for Adobe.
Is that the one with the blue house?
The blue boat shed, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to spoil it for people.
This one here.
Oh, yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah, so we filmed this horizontally.
Lost in a sea of Photoshop tools, wondering how to bring your creative vision into reality? Well, hold on to your TNs because Adobe is here, ready to change the game with generative fill in Photoshop.
This is AI, right?
What do you mean?
AI generated?
The script was. The whole script was generated by AI, yeah. Sev's sitting on a gold mine at the moment. But I will let him talk more about it.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy. So you'll see the actual shot we got that's the actual shot that I was filming.
Okay,
right?
so you're pretty far back.
Yeah.
You were at the start of the jetty?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Camera just on a tripod.
What the oh my days, son.
Right? And so you change the crop to that, you go generate.
Bro.
Yeah, crazy.
What the fuck? Does it tell you what city that is? Or is it
it's AI generated.
random?
It's AI generated. If you zoomed in on that, it's just weird like lines and shit. Like it's not actual like some things don't match up properly, but yeah. But yeah, like there's been a lot of I've seen a few people use it for their podcasts, but you have to like make sure you've got like a certain space around you. Like if your arms and shit are cut off, like you'll just like generate you random like arms that are like
with the fingers are like all
yeah.
tiny little arms.
yeah. So it generates it and gives you like a couple of different options. When you do it.
Right.
So, yeah, you can do that.
Have you seen all the AI generated commercials?
No.
Like beer commercials? And
Oh
stuff?
no, I saw one from Coke. Yeah.
Have you seen the beer one?
No.
Oh, dude, you're gonna laugh your fucking head. Like, cause AI can't figure out how to make hands touch mouths without it going completely fucked up. It is ridiculous. But it is slowly getting better. Like they're starting to generate like entire movies.
That's a crazy recommendation. The biggest doner kebab.
Dude, I fucking throw those fast eating videos. Have you seen Beard Meets Food before?
Have you seen Froth Town? Have you heard of Froth Town?
No.
It's on next weekend. You should come.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, Ice Cream Factory, right?
Yeah.
So the crew that run that bar pop, I work with all of them. So I help run all of their media teams and stuff for like ice cream. So I run all of that with a dude named Oki, a great dude, great graphic designer, marketing, all that. They get me on to help manage a lot of that stuff, but they also run this thing called Froth Town. So if this comes out before the 18th and 19th of August, come to Froth Town. It's at the Claremont Showgrounds. It's basically the Royal Show for adults. And like the lineup, the lineup, it looks like a festival lineup, but it's all just different breweries and like all that shit. And so like they have all these activations on at the moment. Like one of the activations is like a wet t-shirt dad bod competition.
Oh no.
And they have like eating competitions and all that. They've got a here. live wrestling. They've got apple bobbing competition, hot dog eating competition. They've got a spelling bee, and then dad bod competition.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's great. It's good fun.
Hectic. Yeah, I'm down. I'm
Yeah,
for real.
I'll send you some tickets. It's great.
Oh,
It's
thanks,
good fun.
man. Yeah, I love when people do spins on certain things that we loved when we were children.
Yeah, they have like all the rides and stuff as well.
Dude, when I was I think I was like 22, I was gassed up on steroids and everything, and I went to the Royal Show with like I think it was with an ex-girlfriend or something, and I got really, really stoned, dude. Prior to going in, it was a bad move. I was on like a Ferris wheel thing, and I was just like freaking the fuck out, dude. Just this big jack dude that's paranoid as fuck. But I want to go and do some like some theme park. Like I've done Adventure World on MDMA.
Right.
I want to do something on mushrooms.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I might come to Throff World.
Yeah, Frothtown.
Yeah, Throfftown.
But you know you should do on mushrooms. I haven't done mushrooms, but I've seen like what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But the mini golf in Fremantle, the indoor one, the glow rooms.
Oh god,
have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
One of the scenes. One of the scenes from Perry's music video we did there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What, they just let you shoot in there?
Yeah, we just hired it out for the morning.
Oh, okay.
For a couple hours.
Hectic when it wasn't open, kind of thing.
Yeah, just before it opened.
Right. So
it's called the glow rooms.
Glow rooms. Frio.
Yeah, look at that, bro.
Oh, that is sick, dude.
And you wear these glasses. They're like 3D glasses you used to get at the movies, and like everything on the wall like sticks out.
Oh, whoa. So they got it in a what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like an indoor thing. And so you've got they fucking changed it. Yeah, and you get given the little golf balls, and little golf balls are little fluoro ones as well.
Oh no!
So like you're like looking at it, and the golf ball looks like it's hovering.
Oh no!
On the floor.
That'd be the craziest thing.
And
they got
like VR as well. There, they've got.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's wild. I've done VR before, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because I ran, and they were like, "Don't run," and I ran, and I hit a wall. Oh, bro, it was the stupidest shit. I had like like the red around.
Oh, no. My girlfriend's dad got the PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
Is it?
Play Beat Saber on it. Have you heard of Beat Saber?
Yeah, where they smash the boxes and stuff. Yeah,
it's so much fun.
I want to get an Oculus Rift, which is like the Facebook's one.
Yeah.
Apparently it's gotten like 10 times better now. But there's a Huawei one.
Right.
Huawei is like Chinese technology, and apparently it's indistinguishable from reality.
Right.
They got it like 6K now inside of the...
That would hurt your eyes. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like, the screen is right there, but it's illuminated to the... I think they've got the color grading and illumination like slightly very similar to real life.
I can imagine like looking around right now, like what would like if I was wearing goggles and like looked like this, I would like wig out probably.
Yeah, and I think that's what's happening to people that are using it.
There's a guy on YouTube that did like 24-hour. No, I think it was a whole week. He spent a whole week in a VR headset.
That's fucked.
And like the only time he took it off was when he went to sleep, and he wore an eye mask so he couldn't see.
Oh no, that would be so terrible for your retinas.
He would wake up and he's got the eye mask on, and then like
slip that off.
Keep his eyes closed, and then put the VR headset on. Great video though. It's interesting.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, but fuck that. Imagine
he like covered up all the windows in his house and stuff just to see, and he like just put cameras up around everywhere just to record it all.
I watched I Think You Should Leave on Netflix last night.
Yeah.
It's
a
this
movie or show?
It's a show, and this guy, it basically just, he's a comedian and he does skits, and like by the end of any skit you're like, I think you should leave. To like, that's the thought that it gives you. And he does this one where he's on a game show with his son.
It's like Thank God You're Here.
It's like that, but it doesn't. There's no starting point of reference for when the skit starts, so you don't know when it's gonna go fucking haywire. But in this mind, he's just like he starts in his head, and you can just see where it goes bad. So he's on this game show with his son, and they're like, "You just won." A shopping spree. So they're like, we'll get you to put on this VR headset. He puts on the VR headset, and then they're like, you can start shopping in 3, 2, 1. And then it all goes to shit, and he doesn't know how to work. And he's like, I like, he stops breathing, and he's like, the kid's like, Dad, breathe. And they're like, get him out of there. And he's like, and he freaks the fuck out. And you're just like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, I didn't know how to use the body. And he's like, it's your body, dude. Like, It's so stupid.
I love old people and technology.
Oh, dude, it's so ridiculous. And he's like, how do we ever use our bodies? And he like completely paralyzes after that.
Like starts a podcast and she's like, so what is Earth?
It's the Roadshow number 76, right?
He's just sitting there like this with the VR goggles on. So what is Earth?
So what is Earth? Yeah, it's fucking. I find it very, very strange that like it's getting to the point where it's unrecognizable from reality.
Yeah,
like
you can. Well, I mean, like you can use the 360 cameras to record VR videos now. So you can like. I've actually got a few videos on YouTube that have that. Like if you go onto YouTube at the moment, and type in Ty Turner, TYETUR, this one here. So we shot this the other night.
So this is 360.
Yeah. So make it full screen. Right. And then scroll.
This was at the...
Scroll up. Or like, yeah. And then click and drag around.
What the fuck, bro?
How crazy is that? So if you're wearing VR goggles, you can sit there and look around and shit.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. It's an entire set.
And this is all done in 4K? Yeah, it is. Whoa, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's a real thing?
Yeah. It's crazy.
So what brand is your 360 camera?
Insta360.
Okay,
so
is that like a good...
Yeah, they're great.
Right.
So I just did one not last weekend before. You know Whatsonot?
Yeah.
So we did his show. We did like 2 days of rehearsal and then we did the show on the Saturday. But we recorded the whole thing in VR. So like we had 3 360 cameras set up. We had one on his rig because he was doing a live set. So he was like hitting all the things, playing the keyboard and all that. So we had one set up there. We had one set up on the side of the stage. And then we had one, we had to use a Apple picker and put it up on the roof of the warehouse and like put it upside down.
What?
And so like I've just sent off the video like a couple of days ago. And so the whole video, when it gets uploaded to YouTube, it's going to be like the live experience. So you can wear goggles and you can look around. You can watch this entire concert in VR.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's next level, dude.
Yeah.
That's industry changer.
It would have been great for like COVID and stuff.
Who else is doing that shit in Australia? Is there anybody?
I mean, like people are using 360 cameras, but like I feel like people just aren't like taking advantage of them, of what they can do. I feel like I didn't even know you could upload 360 videos to YouTube until like maybe 4 or 5 months ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do you know when they instated them?
When they like made them or when?
Yeah, when they allowed them to be. Because obviously there'd be a different coding because you can drag on screen.
So like I've known that they can do like 360 in VR for like a couple years now, but like I just didn't know how to do it. And I've had this 360 camera since like last year and I didn't know that I could do that with like this camera. And I was like, oh my God, I can do this.
Damn, dude.
So like when you can either just upload the video straight onto YouTube, like the actual file, or you can export it from Premiere as a VR video, and so it codes the metadata into the file that it is a 360 VR video. Right. And so when you looking at the video like as a MOV file, it's just this like warped, stretched, like long video. And then you upload it to YouTube and then like it processes it and then it comes out like that.
That's crazy. Yeah. That is actually crazy.
I want to do a music video like this.
Yeah.
Okay. It'd be sick. Like we could have probably done it with the Mars video, but like obviously because the things kept changing.
Of course.
Like we wanted to make it look cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, it does. It looks cool just being a 9 by 16. I always say the other way around. Yeah, who do you want to work with? What would be like your biggest client that you'd ever want to work with? Do you have one in mind?
I do. I don't know. Like I kind of like worked with a lot of my like clients that I've wanted to work with. They're like artist wise. I've got like a bucket list of artists to shoot. Like I've got like Travis on there. I've got like Uzi.
Uzi would be dope.
Yeah, he's here next
Travis
month.
Scott would be wild to work with too.
Yeah,
bro.
Uzi's here next month.
Oh, you gonna hit him up or?
I am waiting to what do you call it? We're waiting for their reply.
Okay,
and like we've been talking, but
yeah. What about Oliver Tree?
Yeah, my details been sent to his team. Yeah.
He's like one of my favorite at the moment.
No, he's here soon as well. When's he here?
October, November.
Yeah.
I've hit his team up as well for an interview, but like, who wants to come to some random dudes?
I mean, it'd be crazy to do something.
Yeah. I just want to know what's in his mind. You know, like, how does he get
He'd
to
probably
that?
just sit here and stare at you, to be honest.
Yeah, with his little glasses on.
Glasses. He'd like talk from all
He's super insightful. I've seen him on the Logan Paul's podcast, and he was very, very insightful.
Right.
Like that. Apparently, Logan Paul had this Burning Man experience, and like Oliver Tree had the exact same experience. He's like, "Did you steal my story?" Like, it was really, really cool to see. And I think that the people that are coming to Perth now, and I've said this many times on the podcast, they're seeing us as a large city now.
Yeah.
You know,
I think like it's also the fact that, like, you know, if you're coming to do Australia, you may as well hit all the major cities, like including Perth, because like, even though some artists don't come here very often, if they come here, then, you know, there is people here wanting to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I disagreed with Taylor's team not booking Perth.
Right. I mean, Coldplay just chose Perth, so.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
So. But how much money did we pay for taxpayers?
Yeah, no shit, right? I think like if mining industry got behind bringing artists here, I think like we would have a population rate that would go through the roof.
Yeah. But
I just don't see it happening. Like, they're not really interested in entertainment, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I think like any artist that comes to Perth, like, you know that the show is gonna do well because like artists very rarely come here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, when you're starved of it, you want more of it. Yeah. Because like whenever I'm on a diet and I don't want that, and I can't have those things that I want, bro, as soon as I can,
cookies.
Yeah, cookies, dude. That's probably what fucked me up in my health right now, because I did the carnivore diet.
Right.
And
how was that?
Amazing, bro. Yeah, your levels go fucking, like, your energy levels are stable. They're not up and down, and you rarely get tired.
So what does that entail? Is that like just like red meats?
Any kind of animal product. Right. So like any meats, any dairy, like pretty much anything that comes from an animal, like eggs, bacon. Like you can live pretty good.
I've just seen guys on TikTok just like eat fucking steaks and butter, like sticks of butter. They'll just eat butter.
I've seen that dude that eats like fucking 3 pounds of butter in one go.
God.
Like, bro, you are fucking yourself up, bro.
No, I could not. That made me gag. I hate that.
Oh, dude, the consistency. Like, don't get me wrong.
No.
Garlic butter is my shit.
Oh, bro, I've been getting into that.
I've no shit, right?
Get the like ciabatta, like diamond bread from like Woolies, and then cut it in half, put it in the toaster, and then put the garlic butter, and then slice some tomatoes, salt and pepper.
Oh, bro, like a nice little bruschetta, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. It's so good. It's so good.
The ciabatta loaf with like a bit of pesto and...
I can't eat pesto.
Why?
Well, some pesto has like nuts in it. I'm anaphylactic.
Hello, Anna.
Yeah, I know.
Misphylactic?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't... My missus can't have... she's celiac, so she can't have wheat and gluten, all that shit. So I bought her like crumpets that are like gluten free, and I tried one and I was like,
my sister's gluten free.
Oh no!
Well, like she chooses to not eat gluten. I think, I don't know, but it's just like,
what is it with females and just accepting like dietary confinement?
I just refer to it as cardboard, and it pisses her off.
Yeah, well, it fucking pretty much is. It's got no flavor, and when you chew it, it falls apart and it's like dusty. Like, we ordered varsity burgers, and I pushed on like the top of the bun, and it was gluten free, and it just like it cracked and divoted, like there's almost like a crater, like it just divoted, and I was like, this ain't it, you know? Like potato buns and like the squishy brioche, bro.
Like dairy, like I'm lactose, but like if there's like I will happily eat a pizza. Like any time of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
My girlfriend suffers from it, but
I remember we're talking about that Dutch oven.
But I would be murdered if I did that.
Dude, I did it the other night. It never goes down well for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I love being able to eat whatever I want, but when you do an elimination diet, like I'm in every sense of the word gluttonous.
Right.
I eat everything, bro. The first day that I got off the carnivore diet, which is an elimination diet, so it eliminates anything that your body can react to. So inside of, I had Dr. Anthony Chafee on. He's the carnivore MD in Perth that lives here. He just went on like 60 Minutes and 9 News and stuff.
Crazy.
And he came in just before it and did an interview with me. And because I was a bodybuilder and have like a generalized knowledge of anatomical function, I can like converse with someone and understand where he's going with things. And I started off the conversation with, hey, I'm going through this right now. I did the carnivore diet and then I came off of it. And this is what I ate after it, right? Meat goreng noodles, chili chicken, and a bunch of like sweets, like the first day I came off. And he's like, so have you ever abstained from alcohol? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, have you ever drank like a whole bottle of Jack Daniels in one go after you abstain? I was like, no, that's idiotic. Why would you do that? And he's like, why would you do that with the diet? And I was like,
interesting.
Oh shit, I did this shit to myself, didn't I?
Yeah.
And
meat goreng's great though.
Oh bro, I fuck with meat goreng.
Bro, you know where the best place to get it?
What?
Costco.
Really?
Bro, you can buy boxes of it.
Really?
Yeah. I did a music video with meat goreng.
You didn't?
No, I did.
Oh shit.
With, you know, Bruce E?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Oh, you did too. Oh.
I'll hold that up next to my face so everyone can see that.
Did you put it in like what, like a bathtub or something?
Yeah, search it up. It's on YouTube.
Oh, no way. You actually did this?
Yeah.
Was it called meat goreng?
No, it's called Dutty.
Duddy?
Dutty.
Duddy Bruce. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the top one.
Oh no, he's in it. Oh, please tell me he has clothes on underneath this.
He did, yeah.
Oh, and you didn't add the chili oil.
No, right.
Chili Willy.
Yeah, we shot this like all in one night on a Tuesday.
Really?
Just on a Tuesday. We had all of our friends there. We like brought in decks, we brought in speakers, just like threw this whole house party on a Tuesday night.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Whose house was it?
You know Rich Valentine?
No.
It was like a crew they used to, I don't know if they're still doing stuff, but yeah, music group. They used to have like a house.
Like a media house?
No, like a music house kind of thing.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this house is at the moment.
Yeah.
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 Brucey, a nice guy?
But he's so funny. He's the best. I still message him every now and then. But he's great.
He seems like a G.
He is. It was like, $200 worth of meat goreng in that bathtub.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
We had to like put him in the shower afterwards.
I imagine so. I like this fucking beat.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun. Dude.
Yeah, like it's crazy as well. Like everyone in this video, they're all from Perth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
So we like just put everyone in there.
What the fuck? That's sick as shit. So, like you guys have worked together on the music video. Did you shoot any of his shows?
I shot his show that he did, like not last year before. I think it was with Inhibit.
Okay, right.
And then
is that the Andy C one that he was here for?
Probably, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. It might have been. Whichever one it was at Metro City.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
And then he did another show. He did Listen Out last year.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
right.
And I was shooting for Listen Out, so I just caught up with him then.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, he's such a nice dude.
Hectic.
Yeah.
I need to get a fucking contact for like festivals so I can interview these people. I think that's what I need.
Well, look for like the tour promoters. So Listen Out is Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Okay.
Yeah, and then you've got some of the other ones is like Live Nation, and you got like Untitled Group and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like they're probably the easiest people to reach out to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. That's
That goes for like if you want to join media teams either as well. Like those are the people you need to message.
Do they have their own media team that works inside of the group, and then you're just like an ancillary, or do you work by yourself?
Most of the time, usually they'll like hire a few people. So like for Listen Out last year, we had a few people, a couple of people from Sydney, and then everyone else on the team was from Perth, just like individual creatives and stuff.
Hectic.
And then we did Falls Festival at the start of this year. And that was fun. It was like 2 days. So they hit me up to help run the media team for the Fremantle, the Perth one. And so like I got a few of my, like all my friends just on it. So like it was like I had 4. So usually the way like when I get asked to do media teams and stuff is I look at how many stages there are. So if there's 3 stages, I'm having 4 of each. So I've got 4 videographers, 4 photographers.
Okay.
So at all times there is 1 person on each stage. And then there's 1 person in the media room like dumping their footage, doing some edits to like send off.
Hectic.
And then when that person's done all their edits and dumping their footage, he'll swap out and then go shoot some stuff, and then one of the other people will come in. So there's always 3 people going.
Has it ever been, I guess, pitched to any festivals to live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, like Rolling Loud does it.
Oh, right.
So they'll probably do that next year.
Yeah, and you film for that?
I got a message this morning.
Oh, fucking
I can't say too much.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, so that's coming next year, Rolling Loud.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hectic. Yeah, have they announced the card yet? No. Okay, cool. Don't tell me off the podcast.
Okay. I wish I did.
Pretend like you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro, I'll tell you.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, no, I think that's a cool thing that like not everybody can go to festivals. Like obviously they have like people have kids, people have jobs, and I know a few people that work up north and they're like, oh, I miss this festival, but it'd be cool to like.
A lot of the bigger festivals in Europe and US do it. Like Rolling Loud definitely does it. You've got Reading and Leeds do it. Yeah, a few of them do it. A few of the bigger festivals, they all live stream and it goes straight onto YouTube. Coachella does it.
Because Woodstock, 98 Woodstock, I think it was 99, the one that went fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And they had to cancel. There was like riots and shit, and they caught it on live stream.
The footage is so good.
I know, right? Apparently when Limp Bizkit went on stage and was like, everything is fucked, everybody sucks, everyone just went nuts, like 3 fires started. Like, apparently they were charging like $13. And talk about like 99.
For a ticket?
No. For a bottle of water.
Oh, fuck.
And so all these dehydrated, drugged up people were just losing their fucking minds at this gated event. And apparently at the end of it, there was not one fence was standing. Like there was a barrage.
Crazy.
Barrage? I think that's the word. Of people that would just go over just to knock down gates so more people could come in. There was scheduled for 145,000 tickets. You know how many people attended the event?
That's crazy.
400,000.
Yeah, Coachella's like, that's probably like the size of Coachella. Coachella's like 120,000.
That's wild.
But that's over 2 days.
Yeah, okay.
3 days, sorry.
What did you obviously heard about like the Astro World stuff?
Yeah.
Did you think it was on Travis?
So Travis is the face of Astro World, right? He, like I could be wrong, he is not the owner of it.
No, it was a theme park. Yeah.
Well, there's a CEO of Astro World Festival.
Oh.
Yeah. So he like, I can't remember the hierarchy of it, but Travis
is under him.
Yeah, kind of is like, he's basically like he's one of the like top dudes, right, in the hierarchy of the company, and then you've got all these other people and stuff. So like it's not solely on him. There's a team that runs that festival. It's not just him. I just think it's security, like the security, like the most you can do for a festival is security, but that was just a bunch of words then that made no sense.
No, I get you
but
for
like,
sure.
You're hiring a company to provide a service for you, right? And it's not on you if that company fails in providing that service for you. Correct. Right? Like you can do all the background checks that you want. Like they're a top tier 5-star security service company, right? And you can't predict stuff that's going to happen. And then obviously because Travis is the face of Astro World, he's the one that
fingers pointing.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't say it's his fault. Like as unfortunate as the situation is, like, there were multiple factors that kind of led to what happened. I'd say it's very hard to like point a finger at someone and blame them. Like I know it's like, for a grieving family, like, they want answers. They want to, they want someone to take accountability for something that happened to one of their loved ones.
Yeah, of course.
So like obviously like the easiest person to target is Travis.
The face.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And I think it was a security understaffing issue. I know that at a couple of other Travis events, he's been fined for yelling at the crowd to come closer and stuff.
Yeah, that one. Oh, when's that from? That's on like 2016, 2017. He was just like, jump the fence.
Jump the fence, yeah. And then they did it, and then he gets arrested.
He got arrested straight after.
Yeah, straight after the show. But I'm pretty sure he came off stage, and it was like 3/4 of the show was done. And then he runs back on stage because they had to tell him that he's about to be arrested.
That's crazy.
And then he jumps straight into a police car after the show. I watched that Mama Can Fly documentary. It's so fascinating to see like the pull that some of these artists have.
Oh yeah.
Like what happens in a fan's mind that makes them go completely nuts just for this one person, this other person that has the same DNA. We're all human. And then they just skyrocket into stardom.
Yeah, like why not Billy that works at IGA? Like why not obsess over him?
Yeah, true.
Like, but
he can scan the fuck out of those barcodes.
I think like crazy.
Yeah.
No, I think like like music artists and stuff, like they're not providing a service to us. They're giving us an experience, and a lot of that experience that they're giving to us is what we correlate that with something. So like you might have, you go out to dinner or something for a first date with your girlfriend, right? And there's a song playing, right? That song, like you will remember what the song is playing, and then maybe that at your wedding, that song will be playing. You'll play that song, right? It has that significance to a certain moment in your life. So a lot of people relate with artists that make music that have a significant impact on a point in their life, or have a link with a certain moment or memory
that's a good point to them. That's like the whole Logic 1-800 Lifeline thing.
Yeah,
I think it's the more an emotional grab happens, is the more it goes viral. And I think with Travis, it was probably like we finally did it. Because he's, as much as you think of that guy as like a star, he wasn't always a star. He has that same energy that he has on stage now when there was like 15 people at the show. And you could see that he wanted it, and you could see it was going to happen when he was younger.
Yeah.
What did you think of his newer album?
I like it.
You like
it? It took me like a full listen, maybe 2 listens to kind of like get into it a little bit. But like there's been a lot of people saying like this is his like years album. Yeah. Like it's his album that he's experimenting with. Like he produced almost 80 or 90% of the album himself, which is crazy. Like Astroworld had like, I think Travis produced only like 20-30% of Astroworld. And so I think
because Kevin from Tame was working with him on that too. Yeah,
he did. Which song is it? The one that's like
fucking hell,
Coco something. I have a feeling it's like
should we just search it? Don't look like a complete idiot for not remembering.
I have a feeling it's Coffee Bean. Is it Coffee Bean? Skeletons, that's the one. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if... Yeah, Skeletons.
That is so sick. Dude, I appreciate you so much for giving me that.
So good.
It's so wild to like have 2 things recording at this. I've been scratching my head for days on this. Yeah. Because I was like, if I hook up my A10 Mini Pro and then stream straight from an HDMI, maybe I'll be able to get some sort of screen recording. Yeah. I wonder if it will record the sound while it screen records.
I think it records the sound from the microphone on here.
So
like it's like, say you are like doing a video call, it would be like the audio. from that.
Oh, so it'll be us talking.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. That's fucking cool. Yeah. So I can just line it up.
Exactly. So you can like do like a tutorial on how to do something. Record your screen and it'll record you talking.
Oh, okay. Right. Dude, I'm so untech savvy. It's not funny.
I'm like the tech boy for the office.
Yeah,
And
no
if
shit.
anyone has a problem, like the computer's like running slow, I'm like, move.
To give context to that, as soon as Brendan walked in, he started fucking with the cameras. Which is so good, man. Like, I got them to a point when I first started the podcast. I didn't know what the difference was between shooting in photo mode and shooting in video mode and manual video mode.
Yeah.
So there's some podcasts that are hell dark, some podcasts that are hell bright, and I was just trying to tinker it and work it all out. And now I think there's some sort of a semblance.
If you get a Blackmagic, then it will just make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like $6,000, aren't they?
No. Like you can get a Blackmagic 4K for like $1,500 off of Marketplace.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, 1,500, like $2,000, something like that.
Goodbye money.
There's a bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a couple.
I actually just sold my 4K.
Did
like
you?
A few weeks ago. Yeah.
Bro, I would have given you an SSD for it. No. Yeah. I love Blackmagic, and since using Resolve and having the ATEM as well, it's kind of like it's the carrot that gets dangled.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pretty sure it's an Australian company too.
Is it?
Yeah. Blackmagic.
Damn, dude. Do you like cars?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm into it a little bit.
Ever heard of a Lycan Hypersport?
I'm not very good with names, but I'm good with like seeing stuff.
Okay, check this out. I won't chuck this on the screen. Just you have a look at it and you tell me. Oh, there it is right there.
Oh yeah.
You seen these before?
Mm.
It's an Australian car.
Hectic.
Yeah.
It kind of looks a little bit like a Lambo.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Lambo. It's a little bit taller. Has a V6 twin turbo that puts out 580 horsepower. But
it's from Fast. They use it in Fast and Furious.
Fast and the Furious, yeah.
Crazy.
They used it. It was the one parked up in the building that they drive out of the building.
I won't lie. I stopped watching Fast and Furious after like the fourth one.
What happened, bro? Like, what the fuck?
It's like Marvel now.
Yeah, like they're in space and shit.
I saw something. Yeah, I saw something about them being in space, and then something about like Don, what do you call it? And Diesel, like reading people's minds or something like that, like having like telekinesis or something. Is that a thing?
Fuck, I don't follow it anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I as soon as I saw the advert for the submarine coming out, I was like, I'm out. See you later. I'm never watching this shit again. Nope. Yeah, as soon as Paul, what's his name? Paul, he died.
Oh, Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
As soon as Paul Walker died, I was like, this is the end of Fast and the Furious. They're never going to do this again. And then it just kept going. Yeah. Now The Rock and everyone's in it.
It's like the same like concept every single movie now. Like they're like, you know, we've got a problem. We need to be a family and do it together and save ourselves. Keep our family together.
Only so many times you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
like, what are you doing that's going so wrong every single time? You need to save your family.
That you're bringing NASA into this.
Yeah. Like, if you're doing something wrong, if you need to keep saving your family.
Yeah. But like
we gotta bleep that.
Yeah.
We gotta let people guess what you said.
Yeah. It's I'll mouth it. No. Yeah, I think any movie that takes it too far. I like the Marvel movies though.
I love Marvel.
Yeah.
My girlfriend for my birthday just bought me, like, as I love Lego, she bought me the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, what?
It's so sick. It sits on my desk and like the fingers move and everything. It's so cool.
And it's Lego?
It's Lego.
Oh,
we spent like a good couple of hours like together, like building it.
What are we talking?
It's like this big.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got a photo of it. Oh, actually, just search it up. Just search out Lego Infinity Gauntlet. It's great. It's so cool.
Oh, actually, good idea.
Everyone that comes into my office now like sees and they're like, "What the fuck? That's so cool." Yeah.
Oh, that's
the gold
sick.
one. Yeah.
That's sick as
and they've
shit.
got like the Iron Man one as well.
It lights up?
Nah, it doesn't light up.
What's that?
Oh, what?
Did you just find out something new about it?
Maybe like there's someone that's like selling parts so you can put little lights in it.
Oh, true, yeah.
Crazy.
One of my mates bought the Lego Death Star.
Oh, bro, that's so expensive.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's like $1,000.
Yeah, it's like $1,100. I was like, bro. He's like, I asked him like 6 months ago. I was like, why don't you come out anymore? Why aren't we seeing you at events?
Lego.
He's like, oh, I'm saving up for a Death Star. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, Lego Death Star. And I was like, isn't it like fucking $100 like max? And he's like, no, it's 1,100. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck, man? Like that's a lot of money just for some plastic. But I fuck with Lego. You know, I loved back in the day just like making anything, you know. I think there's something to that. I think the kids that didn't do that.
Yeah, like it was called like the Lego table, and we just had like this big plastic tub of Lego. Like it was literally like this big, just Lego, and we had like all the like blue base plates, and we just put it and we just like build random shit. I did like, that's kind of like where I started getting into like doing like photo and video stuff like from Lego. Because I used to do like the little stop motion of the little characters like moving and shit.
Oh, what?
On my little iPod Touch.
So when did you start fucking with cameras?
Like properly in year 8. So that was 2014.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's nearly 10 years ago.
Yeah. Crazy.
Holy shit.
And then like I didn't really like pursue it that much throughout high school because, you know, everyone's like, oh, you know, not going to do much with photography and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, stick to like you're doing and all that. Like stick to, you know, what works. And then I was just like, no, like I kind of like doing photos. And then I got to year 12 and I was like, I have no idea what I want to do.
Yeah.
I was working at Domino's at the time. And then I was doing ATAR. I failed ATAR. Like
Probably a good thing.
I needed a 70 ATAR. I got 69.3.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And so then I entered a portfolio. I was like, you know what, I'll go do some photography at uni. And so I entered my portfolio to Curtin. Bro, my portfolio was arse.
Really?
Like it was like all the like the typical shit in it. It was like, you know, some drone photos, the like nature photos. I actually have photos in there from like, because at that point I was 18, so I'd done a couple of night club gigs. So I did like Paramount and Humble and stuff that. So like I put those in my portfolio. Like I don't know why, but yeah, I put them in a couple of my art projects from year 12, and then got in like straight away. So I wasted 2 years doing ATAR for nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But you got in
Yeah.
to university.
Yeah.
So
I'm still at uni.
What are you studying now?
Photography.
Still?
Yeah. Well, I'm majoring in photography, but it's like graphic, like Bachelor of Design.
Oh.
So like at the moment I'm doing like a few of the design units. I'm doing like publication design, and then there's another one which is like design capstone or something like that, where I have to like the whole point of that unit is to learn how to build yourself as a brand.
Really?
Yeah, and to like one of the assignments.
Are you hosting the lecture?
One of the assignments is like, you know, create a website, create a portfolio, create a quote, create an invoice, like things like that. And
Do you
like,
just film yourself
Well, yeah.
with a customer?
I said to my lecturer, I was like, I've got all these things already. Like, can I just like submit that? And he was just like, I'll just like use that time for the assignment to like, you know, fine tune things. Like if I want to like redesign my website, I could redesign it. Or like if I want to redesign my logo, I can do that. So I was like, oh, yeah, there.
So what does a website consist of for a photographer? Is it
You can pull mine up.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Should start another screen recording.
Yeah. Just click
here.
on that and then go up the top to file.
File. New screen recording.
Yeah.
I fucking love
And
this.
then just
dude.
go record.
Record, display to.
Yeah.
Okay, look how you go. All right. What's the...
BrendanCphoto.com.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Consistency.
Yes.
You got to do it. You got to have, you know, the same. I say this to, because I do, you know, Arno Faraji?
No.
You don't know Arno Faraji? He won Triple J on Earth High like 2017, I think, 2018. I can't remember.
What song?
I can't remember what song he entered with, but yeah, he won that. So he's from Perth.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hit
But
him up.
he's doing quite well. So I'm his creative director.
Oh, that's cool. You have a fucking link
Yeah.
straight away.
But I like said to him a lot of like I've said this to a lot of people. You know, you got to get the same username across all the platforms. You got to get the same profile picture across all platforms. Because if someone like finds you on Spotify, SoundCloud, right, and they see
Something
a
different.
photo and then your username, they're going to type that into Instagram, and if it's not the same, it's going to be harder to find you, so they're not going to follow through it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what my website looks like at the moment. It's kind of plain.
I like it. It's simple.
So I have like other top right, I've got portfolio. See where it says portfolio main?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my main portfolio.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah. So
Here's
like,
a list for me.
yeah, I don't know when I updated that last, but like that's like all the artists that I've like shot or worked with.
Whoa, bro, that's a lot of people.
It's like a festival lineup.
That's a festival lineup, and it'd be the randomest festival ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's got like the Veronicas and the Wiggles. And then you got like Lil Nas X.
My cousin is the what do you call it? The attire director for the Wiggles.
Oh,
She does all the clothing for them.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit me up after I shot because they were at Falls earlier this year. And they hit me up after that for my footage because they're doing a documentary on the Wiggles.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Pretty cool.
What is it about?
The Wiggles.
Obviously.
I don't know.
Primary colours?
Probably just like, like similar to like the Travis Scott one, like something like that for
Yeah.
the Wiggles though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got, I've got a little description about myself, and then I've got, some notable artists that I've worked with, and then, companies that I've worked with, record labels, touring companies, PRs.
So most clients and stuff that you've got now, do they find you on your website?
It's hard I actually don't know where that would be a good thing to find out where they find me from.
Severed help you with that.
Yeah, I think like some people do find me from my website because I do like the SEO back end stuff to like target certain keywords when they search it. Same with like Instagram, but
all
I
your
think
backlinks and stuff.
yeah, but I think a lot of people like find me from my Instagram.
Yeah.
And like social media.
Well, your Instagram's fantastic.
Thank you.
I really like it.
I've been like lacking so hard. Like I've been like not posting stuff. I've just been doing work for other people that I've just not been focusing on my stuff.
I think it's monumental. Like each time that you post, it's like, oh shit, yeah, because you're either doing like a reel where it shows you how you did something, or you're doing like a photography at like a show, and every time it's just like a new artist that's like, it's not so much better than the last artist, but it's somebody knows, you know.
There's like a little quote that I like, and it's like, if you see me doing less, I'm doing more. Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot. And that's actually very true because Sev, to bring him up again, he said I was in the process of buying a company that threw the wayside, and I was posting a lot about what I should do and who knows this. Or he's like, dude, shut up. And I was like, what? He's like, I want to see you post when it happens,
right?
And it all just like clicked, and because it's like it's fluff.
Yeah,
you do a bunch of things, and they're like, if it makes you feel like you're looking for validation, to be doing the right thing, it's probably not the right thing.
Yeah, we have like this piece of paper that's like stuck up all over our office. I can't remember exactly what it says, but it's something along the lines of like, it's like work hard and fuck, what is it? It's like stay silent. Like it's along the lines of stay silent, work hard, and then tell people about it, and then after that, like keep silent or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but yeah, it's a great quote. But it's basically saying like, don't tell people about what you're doing, just do it, and then once you've done it, tell them, and then once you've told them, move on and do the next thing in silence. Yeah, and just keep doing that same rotation. I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay, I need some advice. Do you think, and this I want to say this on the podcast too, because I'm trying to look at the Roadshow, what this is, as something that's going to happen forever for me.
Right.
But do you think it's best to have scheduled times for viewers so they know when to tune in, or should it just come out when it comes out?
Are you saying like when you post to YouTube, you can schedule it and like have it like premiere live? I'd say that works because you get people to watch the whole thing. Because when you premiere a video live, you can't skip through it. Like you have to watch. You watch it live basically with everyone else. It's like you're watching TV. Yeah. Okay. Like you can't go back. Well, you can go back. You can't skip forward at all. Like you have to watch it as it goes. Yeah. And I think that definitely helps as well. Like if you've got subscribers, but they'll get notified when you put it up to be a premiere.
Yeah.
So say you put it up on Tuesday and it's going to premiere at Thursday at 6 p.m. On that Tuesday that you upload it, people will get a notification saying a premiere is starting on Thursday for the Roadshow podcast. And then maybe like the day of, they'll get another notification, and then just before it starts, they'll get another notification.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a little way you can kind of push it a bit more.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I feel that how I'm doing it so sporadically right now, it's like I'll probably do 2 podcasts a week that I put out.
Well, you could always like a good way you could do it is to like do 1 a week or something like that, and then just say like every Sunday at 12 p.m. is a new episode, something like that. Like David Dobrik used to do that every Saturday morning, or like every Friday night in the US, but like Saturday morning for us is when he would upload a new video, and everyone knew that it was like, you know, that time that a new video would come out.
Yeah.
So
it'd probably be easier to handle that too, because I could just make an announcement that we'd be putting them out, put it up as a reel kind of thing, get the reach.
And then you just put new episodes weekly at 6 p.m. on Sunday or something like that.
Right.
That's what Sidemen do. They do Sidemen Sundays.
Yeah.
And you know that every single Sunday there will be a post on that channel on Sunday.
Yeah, because then it's not like you're trying to hype it up. It's like it has its own automative.
Yeah. It's like people can expect it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that way, if you're doing, say you do like 5 podcasts a week, right? Like you've filmed, how many podcasts have you filmed this week?
3.
Yeah. So you got 3 weeks worth of content for the next 3 weeks.
True.
Yeah. So for example, if you were to post them on the next Sunday, next week you only focus on what podcast is going up next Sunday. So you post content about that. You post like a bunch of clips. Like you can use Opus Pro, I think that's what it's called, the AI thing where you upload it.
Reels.
Yeah, it spits out a bunch of reels. Use that and then just post a bunch of reels. Post maybe one reel a day or every couple of days in the lead up to when it's going live, and then that'll generate, you know, awareness over the video going live. And then after that, when the video goes live, post another one or maybe another one the day after, and then that's when the rotation resets. So then the podcast coming out the week after, that's when you start focusing on that one.
Yeah.
So you fill an entire week worth of promo just for that one episode.
Hectic.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that. That's the new thing that we're doing.
And you've got 3 weeks worth of content then.
Yeah, true.
So you've filmed 3 podcasts this week. You don't need to film another podcast for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I get addicted to filming them though.
Yeah.
There's something about a rush of getting somebody that I want to talk to on. I have people that want to come on just to promote themselves. Yeah. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't want to talk to you. You know?
It's like, the camera's over there. If you just sit face this way.
Yeah. And just don't look at me.
The other thing as well, but like the only downside to doing that is if you talk about something in the podcast that's relevant to that point of time or whatever. So maybe then you like shuffle things around and you like say
for like a release or something.
Yeah, exactly. So say like my one, we talk about something that's very relevant right now, then maybe you would put mine out to release this week, and then whatever other one that you filmed like earlier in the week isn't as time relevant, you put it up next week. Yeah. Or like you just continue like that.
Yeah, because where I'm at right now is I've been filming, and then I'll get to about 3 or 4 deep in filming, and then I'll post one, and so I always have work going. Yeah. But I found now, because I used to edit just manually, and I would have A-roll and then just B-roll, cut back on B-roll whenever I'm not talking, and it was good because then I could make cuts to like say if someone coughs or something like that, I could just edit it out. Yeah. But it took me about 12 hours for a 3-hour podcast to do all the cutting. And now Autopod has shortened that time to 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And I think it's only going to get better. Like there's going to be another add-on extension where you can cut all coughs and like burps and vapes and, you know.
There's, in DaVinci, there's actually, it's one of the new updates. There's like I don't know how well it picks up on like coughing and stuff like that, but there's like the built-in like voice enhancement and then the dialogue leveler or something like that. So you can just click one button.
Background noise reduce. Yeah.
All of that. And you just do all that within DaVinci, or you upload it to Adobe Podcast, and then you upload. Have you seen that?
No.
You just upload the entire audio file. It just cleans the whole thing up. Like that video we did with Adobe for Sev.
Yeah.
You know how that sounded so clean?
Yeah.
Just upload it to Adobe Podcast.
What the fuck?
And Sev was standing out there on a bloody jetty, and it was windy as fuck. It was like,
whoa.
yeah. And it cleaned it up, and it sounded like this.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, that's cool. Because I sometimes, like, I use FL Studios for audio.
Yeah.
And then I clear up. I use like a Waves plugin called Clarity.
Just export that entire file out. Don't do anything to it. Upload it to that website. It's free.
Is it?
Yeah. And you can do up to like, I think it's up to an hour. So if it's longer than an hour, obviously you just cut it up.
Yeah.
And then just stick it back together. But
yeah.
sounds perfect. Cuts out little noises. So if like I knock that, like it'll cut that out.
How fast is it?
Like, you know, I did it kind of depends. I think I did one that went for like 25 minutes, and it took maybe like 10-15 minutes to generate.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you search it up, Adobe Podcast, and it's got an example on there as well that you can look at. Yeah, top one.
For some reason, my fingers are working today. I can type.
So if you click on Tools,
and
then Enhance Speech.
It's just a picture of me under it.
There you go. So there's your sample on the left. So if you click play,
All right, play.
I'm in a conference room with the window open,
and then you can toggle that little thing.
Not the best place to record audio, yet with enhanced speech, all of the background noise, echo.
What?
Yeah, so you can literally just record something on your phone, upload it onto here, and it'll just clean the whole thing up. Crazy.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
So all of my clips that I do now,
Yeah.
because I'll say, like, the plan has been, and I know I haven't been so vicious with my YouTube posting, but I'm gonna get like, you know how you get like JRE clips from like Joe Rogan's podcast,
Yeah.
and then there would be like a 15-minute section of a whole podcast,
Yeah.
and then he'll post that, so he gets more views on the actual podcast itself. I'm gonna be start doing that, and I think I'm not going to have to worry too much if I can just upload the 15 minutes of audio to this.
Yeah.
It cleans it up like a motherfucker, and then we just post it back out.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a game changer. I'm excited. That's
It's so
that's really crazy.
I used it recently. I don't know what I used it for. I can't remember. Actually, wait. I can actually show you like the difference.
Let's go.
I'm hoping that I've got the drafts for Adobe.
It's amazing how much I've learned on this podcast.
I love telling people about new shit. It's cool. Yeah. Might take my earphones off.
Ever felt lost in a sea of
This might
Photoshop
be-
tool? Sounds a little bit like a fairy tale, doesn't it? Well, welcome to the world of generative film. Let's take this magic for a spin, shall we? I don't need this. I am standing right here in front of the icon.
And then you watch the final one.
Was there a boat there to catch that umbrella or something?
Oh no, I just like edited that out.
Oh, okay.
I like made him like stand there like frozen, and I ran down, grabbed the umbrella, came back.
Ever felt lost in a sea of Photoshop tools, wondering how to bring your creative vision into reality? Well, hold on to your TNs because Adobe is here, ready to change the game with generative fill in Photoshop. Now imagine a magical tool that
Dude, that's so wild, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it sold me like a motherfucker.
Great. It's
What
so
the
good.
fuck? Have you worked with much AI, like with editing?
A little bit, like as in like video, or not too much. Like obviously the podcast one, I played around with that. But no, not too much. I'm about to. I've been not that.
Oh yeah.
What do you call it? I got sent an email from Adobe to trial the Premiere Fireflies. So the one you've got the Photoshop beta, which is like the generative fill stuff.
Yeah.
I got sent an email to trial the one for Premiere, which has like you can type in prompts like make the clip warm, and it'll make the clip warm, or you can say, find B-roll for what I'm talking about here, and it will go through all your clips you've taken that it's in your bin, and it will say like I'm talking about a river, right? And it will go through and it will show you all the clips of a river that it's in your thing, and it will put it into the thing. Okay, now give me the sound effects that would match this, and it will find sound effects that will match it.
What?
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Premiere Pro update? Now that it's changed to like all the windows and all that stuff.
Which one?
I think it was that's DaVinci 18.
DaVinci 18. The new DaVinci update is crazy. You got the whole light remodeling and everything.
Yeah, apparently it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to download it. I saw like I think I have FL Studio 21 and I think it's at like 23 or 24 now. I'm just too scared to like fuck with what I know.
Yeah.
Unless it like I have like somebody go no, it's really good.
Well, I mean I've got my Mac Studio and then I've got my MacBook Pro. So like I always update stuff on my MacBook Pro first.
2 separate computers?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my MacBook Pro is the Intel chip, so it's not M1, and so I'll update it on there first. And if like there is like buggy stuff, then I will leave it. But if it works and stuff, then I'll update it on my main computer as well.
Right.
Yeah.
My thoughts recently for this podcast have to be to buy one of those studios.
Yeah, they're great.
And then have it running the audio file to grab.
It's like this big. It's so good.
How much are they?
The base model is like $3,000.
Oh, that's
but it's gone cheaper now, I think, because they released the M2. But yeah, I went to Melbourne earlier this year, and I just had a hard case for my camera gear, cut out the foam, and just put the entire computer in there, close it up, took it to Melbourne with me.
That's wild.
And then used my iPad as a monitor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, I just sat there like...
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
I took a photo. I actually used this TV as a monitor.
Really? I just need a monitor, anything.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly how it went. I like, he walked out of his room and I like wheeled his entire TV over. Shout out Dave. I wheeled his entire TV over. And
dragging the fucking TV cabinet over.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's how it was set up. Like,
that's hilarious. Dude,
but-
what the fuck are you doing with my
there you go.
TV?
There's the what do you call it? The computer in a case.
Yeah,
and
right.
then one of my hard drives. So that's one of my 10 terabyte hard drives.
Can you get like a monitor built into the lid of that case?
Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah.
You can.
So you could just open it up and crank it?
Yeah. So like you can kind of like see there's like my iPad sitting on top, and then the computer there, and then just all my stuff.
That's cool. That's really cool.
But yeah, it's just so helpful. Like, it's good having a laptop, obviously. But like for me, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the Mac Studio because I work in my office. I'm like trying to do more of the like work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because like I'll go to work, come home, work. Right. So like if I have all of my stuff at my office, I can only work there.
Yeah, focus is in one place.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one thing that I fuck with as well. Like, you need balance.
Yeah.
And I think that comes when you get to a level of security and knowing that you're good enough to catch up.
Yeah.
I think when you first starting out, it's all work because you want to do it the right thing, like do it the right way and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you can maintain a semblance of normality while you're trying to actually get through.
Not sleeping, like, and just get home at like bloody 9 or 10 o'clock at night from the office, and then like just on my computer just till like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, just editing, then go to bed, wake up at 8 again, go back to the office.
Yeah.
I live in Kalamunda, so it's like 40 minute drive, so I try and like make the most of the time while I'm there.
Yeah.
So I lose an hour at least every day driving. Yeah.
Unfortunate, but I guess you're doing the work, so
yeah,
it is what it is. Do you have plans to like start an agency or anything?
Yeah. I mean, like I kind of did do one like a couple of years ago called High Places, but I've left that now due to reasons. But yeah, I mean, it would be good to kind of launch something again, to do something kind of like that. But also at the same time, like I hate relying on people to do stuff. Like
I'm with you on that.
Like I've said this multiple times, like before, like if there was 2 of me, I'd be fucking ecstatic. Like so good.
Yeah.
Like I just have a very big like trust issue of like having to rely on someone to do something, and like I know that there is people out there that can do it, but like it's just like that little like perfectionist in me.
Yeah, and nobody cares about what you do as much as you do.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know, I found that too.
Ty Turner, you should chat to him as well. He's great.
Yeah, I want to have time.
He's got a quote.
You know, I just had Banks on, right?
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
He just bought a new car as well. It's
I
crazy.
know.
AMG.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Ty's quote is done is better than perfect, which is I was like,
Yeah.
I like that.
But if it's done perfect, then
Oh yeah, even better.
that's even better. Yeah. I think there's something to mastering and systemizing how you do things.
Yeah.
And then teaching it to somebody else benefits them, but it also benefits you because
Understand it more.
yeah, you understand it and instill it more into the process of how your brain got to that point in the first place. When I think about systems that I've used in the past, not every one of them has been beneficial. And sometimes I've used other people's systems and I've learnt so much of how to not do what I do and how to do things better.
It's pretty much like how you make system is like you watch a YouTube video and like, what's the easiest way to do this? And then like someone says, oh, you should do this. And then, oh, actually that's such a great idea. And then you start doing that.
Yeah.
That's how I start, like do all of my stuff. Like I've got on my hard drive, I've got 2 folders. So like if you open my hard drive, 2 main folders and inside them's all the other stuff. It says finished and then in progress.
Oh, yeah.
So once I've finished a project, I'll move it from in progress to finished.
Oh, nice.
And then I just open the hard drive, go to in progress, and then I've got all the list of clients. And then inside those, I've got another folder that's like what project is for like that client. And that just helps me organize everything.
That's kind of what I do for the Roadshow. I'll just show you quickly. So I go Samsung, and then I've just got the list of complete, like obviously my other folder in where is it in
You should have these backed up to like Dropbox or something.
Yeah, but then it's in somebody else's computer.
How?
That's what a cloud is. It's just somebody else's computer, isn't it?
No, it's like yours. It's a server, like for your computer. Like what do you?
The way that I see it is like if you back up something to the cloud, somebody else like Apple has.
Do you not have an iCloud drive on your computer?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So why don't I just do that? Yeah.
Well, you could do that. Yeah, you just put it on your desktop. Or
apparently, it's like $40 a month or something for 200 terabytes.
I pay for 2 terabytes for iCloud. I pay ridiculous amounts of money for subscriptions and storage. I have like Dropbox, iCloud, and Google Drive. iCloud's fine. I pay for 2 terabytes, and it's like I don't actually know how much it is. Like $15 or $20 a month, or something like that.
That's fucking
It's not bad at all. Dropbox, I think I do 50 or 60 a month, which is like, but I get unlimited terabytes. So like I get unlimited storage on Dropbox.
Yeah, okay.
But you can pay like for like one of the business ones, which is like 4 terabytes for like 30 or 40 a month. But yeah, I use all that because like I just pulled out that draft that I had of Sev from my phone, but it's also on my computer.
Yeah.
I can actually pull up my entire desktop from my laptop and my Mac Studio off my phone. Like I just go onto here and I go onto my desktop and that's everything that's on my desktop.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's all linked.
Yeah, it's all linked.
Right.
So you can just access it anywhere. Yeah. Just makes it so much easier. And if one of the hard drives, if your laptop gets stolen, for example, and you've got shit stolen on your laptop, it's not backed up, it's gone.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do worry about that. Do you have a mind of making sure the back end is covered? Like, do you have that in the forefront when you're doing things? So, like, if you do get a bunch of, when you do get a bunch of content, is it straight to backup?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay. Right.
Yeah. Like the first thing I'll do as soon as I get into my office, I plug it in straight onto the hard drives. I've got 40 terabytes of storage of hard drive storage. When I edit off my SSDs because it's faster.
Okay.
But yeah, I back it up straight away. Oh, I do my best to.
I think that's where I'm going wrong. I've lost probably 15 podcasts.
No way.
Yeah, so like people have had to come back and do the podcast again, and we like the first take is always the best take, you know, and like you try and do it, hey, how you going? Like, we just met, and then it's like you can tell there's something fucked up about it. But that happened when I didn't realize that. See how like the WAV files are now gone?
Yeah.
once you get to a certain time limit, it just saves it in the background. Yeah, so when you save the file, it'll come back up when you bring it back up.
Do you have do you have Adobe Creative Cloud? Like you have all apps?
No, I just have Premiere Pro.
Okay, I would look into Adobe Creative Cloud because you can get like all apps. You can get like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, all that stuff. There's one called Adobe Audition, which is really good. It's like pretty much the same as this. Like you can just, and it's audio recording.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
right.
And just unlimited recording time.
Oh, epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but FL Studio was like the one that I started on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got Logic and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just not me.
Makes sense.
I don't know what it is. I think I have one of those brains that just wants to fuck itself.
It's like me. Like I can probably like edit better when I edit in DaVinci.
Yeah.
But like because I'm so used to Premiere and it's so buggy. Like so many times it just crash and then like it's slow and then your playback is just slow. But like I'm just so used to it. Like I can deal with it.
Do you have the option in Premiere Pro to edit by proxy?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Because I noticed that was a thing for DaVinci, and if I was ever to record in 4K, I'd edit in
I edit
proxy.
everything. All my music videos are all edited in proxy because
Okay.
otherwise I'm editing like 500, 600 gigs worth of raw footage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even press play, and it just like it's
crashes.
just like stops. And especially when you go in to add like effects and like adjustment layers and stuff like that, text and.
I notice when I do some color, like sometimes that's why I'm very optimistic about getting a third camera, and I'll just have it over here and swing this in because I have another microphone there, so two people can fit on one desk. I just move that microphone
Down
over a bit.
Yeah.
But I normally just take like a little tripod and set up my phone and flip the camera and just have it like 1080p at 60 frames or something,
Right.
And just shooting that other person, but it comes out so bright and colorful.
Yeah.
iPhones just do it.
Yeah, on your phone you can do this as well, right?
You hold it.
So if you go on your phone, you can either hold it, but if you swipe up, you have another setting, which is your exposure,
Oh, what?
and then it'll lock onto that the entire shot.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So
Because I've been doing post editing in DaVinci. Yeah, that's so much better, dude. What the fuck?
you just do that, and
I'm
you can see it up the
excited.
top there too.
Why is that so good?
Yeah.
Do you have a mind for learning new shit? Like,
Oh,
are you a
yeah.
curious dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
My ADHD is just through the roof. Like if I don't want to do something, I'll go onto YouTube happily and just like, oh, I'm gonna try and figure out how to do this.
Yeah.
Like, or I'll be on TikTok and I'll just scroll and then I'll see stuff. Like, I don't make music, right? But I get all the TikToks for how to produce shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, oh, how to do a sidechain and how to do all this stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll watch this. Like, I'll learn how to do this. And
But never use it.
But I've never produced a song in my life. Like, I'll sit there happily for 5 minutes and watch about, oh, you change the EQ to this and then add this plugin and then run it through this and then out of this channel. I'm like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's cool to have that knowledge.
Yeah.
When you see somebody else doing it, you'd be like, bro, do you fucking multi-band sidechain that?
Yeah.
Like, come on. What is that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way. I think it's cool that you can have a university degree of knowledge on something and just one window open on YouTube and just enjoy yourself.
Well, like I learned all my stuff through just YouTube, and just trial and error.
Wild.
Yeah, like all the photography, doing photography at uni is great. Like, but I just don't want to do uni.
Yeah.
But like, I do want to finish it because like I'm so close to finishing. But and also mum wants me to finish, so like I'll do it. But yeah, like graduating and getting the piece of paper from uni isn't gonna change where I am at the moment. So like,
do you think there'll be some old fucking industry head somewhere that'd be like, oh, he's got a degree in this, so it's you know,
that's what mum says as well. But like in this industry, nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares.
No one cares if you have a degree or not. If you can like make a sick video and just say like, I made this video, they're like, you're hired. Like that's just how it works now.
That's true, right?
Like
it's the same in music.
you say like, I know how to use, this bloody Ari Alexa camera, like, and they're like, oh, you're hired. You can be a cinematographer on this feature film.
Well, I think both things work because Level Studio, Sheldon, and Dinge at Sauna Studios, Dinge went to SAE. Sheldon didn't do any, and they're both fucking amazing producers.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Sheldon's studio. I've been to Dinger's.
You haven't been to Levels?
No, I shot a music video at Dinger's studio though.
Bro, it is a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go down there just to say hello to him too.
It's the one with the little like thing there.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, little peace sign.
I see it all over Instagram.
Yeah. He's a smart man. He's a smart marketer. I fuck with Sheldon. He taught me how to produce.
He used to sing as well.
Yeah. It was Tyler Rivers.
That's it. Fuck,
Tyler Rivers.
That's a fucking throwback.
Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, Tyler Rivers? He's like, he's dead, bro. And I'm like, God damn. Yeah. I think there's a lot of talent in Perth, and it's starting to get highlighted with the Perry P's and the, I think 88 Yami's not here anymore.
Perry was the first music video I shot and his first ever music video.
Did you do the one with him?
I've done all of his music videos.
Oh, no. Okay, now I have questions.
Yeah.
Right. So what was the jump? Because that's 2 songs. What was it called? Star Alpha. Yeah, right. It's pretty much 2 songs in one.
Yeah.
Right. And there's 2 vibes.
Yeah.
What was did you have the idea in the beginning of the song where he's like fucking going nuts in a room kind of thing with the TV static and shit?
So the way that music video came about was I had a uni assignment and I'm doing photography, right? And so the uni assignment was we had to create 10 photos that look like a series of stills from a music video. And then I hadn't done anything, and it was due on the Monday. And then the Thursday night beforehand, Perry DMs me on Instagram and goes, "Do you do music videos?" And I'm like, "No, but I can do one for you, like $700." And he was like, "Yeah, done." I don't charge $700 anymore, so don't try and do a music video for $700. And so we pretty much shot it Saturday, Sunday, and then I just like whipped it out, and then like just edited it, and then took screenshots, submitted it as my assignment, 95%. And then like 2 months later, we actually released the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. We shot it all in 2 days, and then I think we went back like a month later and shot that last scene of him. It's like where the song changes, where like he's in the field like doing this with no shirt on. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That
was when I first saw that. Because his inflections and everything sound a lot like Travis Scott.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is a game changer. And like, I think it was his sister or something started talking at the start of it?
It was his then girlfriend.
Girlfriend, right. Yeah. And I was like, what is this? And Sheldon's like, just wait, bro, just wait. And I was like, okay. And then
we went to space, bro. We shot that clip in space.
Yeah. Just a really high drone.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it came on, I was like, damn, this dude's going to fucking blow up.
So that was my very first ever music video, and then his first ever music video.
Did you do See Red as well?
I did See Red,
Oh my God. That is like game changer for Perth.
The like top down shot. Yeah, there was like 6 people there.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That wasn't like 50 fucking people?
No, bro. There was like 7 or 8 people. Yeah, 6. Yeah, about that.
And you just edited them and...
Yeah. I've got a photo of it. So basically our studio has like a mezzanine up the top. Mm-hmm. And I had them all standing down the bottom. So we had the studio down the bottom, and then we had the mezzanine up the top where all the offices and stuff are. And then I had everyone standing down the bottom, and I just basically like stood up the top with Reed, camera on a tripod pointing down, and just had like a spotlight on like that little group with like little flashing lights and stuff. And then that pretty much was when was this? This was 2022. This was last year because I got COVID. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when I got COVID. It was last year because I moved into this office last year. Mm-hmm. And then we just had them all standing there below. It was literally just a tripod shot. And
I was saying yes to it 2022. No, I know when you got COVID. I hacked the government.
You saw the job keeper payments I was getting through Centrelink.
Yeah. You started charging more for fucking music videos. It's not $700 anymore.
Yeah. So this is like the shots like from it, like some of the shots from it. We like. This is when we did all like this stuff. We had the camera like doing that, like moving by itself. But yeah, it was about 8 people. I'm just trying to find this photo because I've got a photo of like the setup, and there's fuck all people there. There's like nobody there.
I know that Trap Baby, he wrote the verse for See Red the day before.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Literally the day before, and then he changed a bunch while he was recording.
Oh, hectic.
And I got so much respect for that dude. He's like...
Yeah, he's got a unique sound.
He's got a weird sound, and I love the shit out of it,
Here we
man.
go. Like, this is the shot.
I'm going to just finish this here.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Oh, what?
I don't know if anyone can see that. But yeah, so that was the camera. That's how many people were there. And then we did like
So did you just copy and paste these?
Yeah, it's like a few photos. That was like everyone that was there.
Yeah.
But like it was probably like half of that was in the actual video.
Because it looks like there's 100 fucking people standing there.
So it was a lot of work. So like I like masked out the circle, and then copied and pasted it, and we did like maybe 3 or 4 takes of that. So we had a few takes of them actually singing and rapping it. We did 5 takes. So we did 3 takes. So we did one for Perry, one for Dowda, and one for Trap, and each of them in the middle doing their part. And then we did 2 takes where the light was flashing and everyone was just kind of raging, and then one shot where it was just no light and it was just dark and it was just people raging. And we did each take for like a couple of minutes, and then in the edit I like masked it, so like cut out that middle bit, and then I got all the other videos from the B-roll, which was just the shots where they weren't rapping.
Yeah.
And then like put it everywhere, filled all the space. But then obviously when you copy and paste a clip too many times, they say like someone's moving their arm like this on the bottom left-hand corner
and on the
top. So what I had to do is there was a combination of time shifting. So like, making it like moving it a little bit further off. So he does this now down the bottom left, and then like a couple seconds later he'll do it in the top right, so it's not as noticeable. Yeah. And then there were a couple of them that were reversed. The clips got reversed. Just like chopped and screwed the whole thing. Yeah. And that's basically how that worked. And then I did all of this in After Effects, and then added a virtual camera to have it position itself in the middle, and then kind of move out and like shake a little bit so it looked like it was all handheld. Yeah. And then that end shot is like that kind of like twisting out, and it shows everyone like 100 people there. Yeah.
Okay. Do you write like storyboards on?
Kind of. I try to like draw pictures and stuff, but like a lot of these like ideas, like I just kind of like
come up with post.
Yeah, sorta. Like I don't think when we actually shot that shot that we were gonna do it the way we did it. I have a feeling that it was going to be 3 circles on the screen, and each of them in the middle of each circle. And it was just going to be like that, and then it was just going to be black around them. I think that was like the original idea I had.
Because it's very humble Kendrick Lamar, he's in the middle.
And then when I was editing it, I was like, this would be sick if it looked like that. And so like I like fucked around with it, put it in Photoshop first, and then like duplicated it and like copied and pasted and stuff. And then I was like cut out the middle bit and then put that on top. And I was like watching it, and I was just like, it just looks dead, because like everyone else is like, it's like frozen, like, and then there's the middle's moving, so it like didn't really make sense. And so I was like, well, into After Effects, and so I went into After Effects, and then
I wonder if that that new Adobe attachment that you got sent could AI generate these people moving.
You'd have to do it frame by frame.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and there's like 24 frames every second.
Oh, ew. Yeah, that would take too much work.
So that was great.
Yeah, because I think AI will get there, that you could probably add in things like a moving picture or something like that. But
no, it has. It's called what's it called? Midjourney. Midjourney.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all AI generated editing kind of.
Oh, it's AI generated image, like video.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah. So you can generate videos, just type in what you want.
But it wouldn't be as clean as how you do it.
Not at all. Not at all.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
I love what you're doing, dude.
Thanks, bro.
It's fucking crazy.
I love what I'm doing sometimes.
After it's edited. For sure. Yeah, there's a funness to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there is. It's like kind of like I was listening to what Kayla was saying last time he was on here, and like kind of like I was like, yeah, that's true. And he was like, like all these things you wanted to do as a kid, and now you're doing them as an adult. And like, I was just like, yeah, like when I was a kid, I wanted to do all these things, and now I'm doing them, and it's like cool. I'm still like just kind of like fucking around. No, I'm not in a workspace where like I have to be like in a suit every day. Like I choose my hours, which is like the best part that I love. But like I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I can make money from it. And I think like, you can get too lost in that and then obviously overwork and stuff. And I've been at that point multiple times, but yeah, no, it is good.
That's
good
awesome.
Fun.
I think it's a cool journey, but it's also an even cooler legacy. Like if and when you have kids, they can look back and go, holy shit, dad did all this shit. Like, what the
that's
fuck?
crazy to think about, to be honest.
You know? Like I think about that quite often. I'm 30, nearly 32 now, and
you're 32,
nearly 31. Yeah,
I thought you were like 26, 27.
Thank you very much. I mean, dude, this hairline shows it. Like a motherfucker.
I even noticed.
Thanks, bro. Hey, you trying to get laid?
Riz me up.
Yeah, no, I do get that I look younger than I am, but I am old as fuck, and I think there's probably benefits to both sides of it.
What year? That's like 1988, 89.
92. 31.
Oh shit, yeah.
Not 41.
No, I'm 23, and I was just like, I was thinking for some reason I was 20, and then I was like, oh yeah, you're 12 years older than me, because I'm 2000.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's like that kind of like, oh yeah.
I'm 8 years older.
It's like 2010. Like 2010 was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's fucking 13 years ago.
It's wild, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going so fast, man.
Yeah.
But I think time slows down when you're doing things in the moment.
Yeah, like I started high school 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished
fast.
high school when I was in year 9. I left
heck there.
all schooling in year 9.
Yeah, I think my dad did the same thing.
One thing that I was always bummed out that I didn't get to finish high school, but then I listened to this guy called Jim Rohn, and he's Tony Robbins' mentor.
Right.
He's dead now. And he goes, it's okay to leave school, but never leave education.
Yeah.
Which is very, very, like
you don't have to be in school
insightful
to learn stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No. Like that most people are learning everything on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
And I think
TikTok.
that's the way to do it. And TikTok, yeah. Well, have you seen like the difference between American TikTok and like Chinese TikTok?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I think I have. I think I've seen the Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
Also, can we pause for 2 seconds? Do you have a toilet?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why? Every time I do a podcast, I try and not look at my. That's why I keep my phone upside down.
Yeah.
Every time I do a podcast, I turn my phone over and it's just like like the world ended while I was just having a conversation.
Yeah. No, it's strange.
Every time that you're not doing fuck all, you get a notification.
Yeah, I'll check my phone. There's no notifications at all.
And then
if I'm trying to work, like I'll get like this happened like maybe 2 days ago. I was just editing, right? And I was in the zone editing, and I had like 3 or 4, 5 different people, I'd say, call me asking me to do work, and like I like when people call me and ask me to do work. I'm grateful because they choose me over like other people.
Yeah.
But like I'm like, they're like, oh, can you just like quickly do this video? And I'm just like, you can't just like quickly do a video.
There's nothing quick about a video.
Like I love working with them, but like 1 or 2 I'll get, and then like it'll get to like the 3rd or 4th like person that's hit me up that day for something, and I'll just like.
Yeah, it does get to you.
Yeah,
I get a lot of I've now set up an email like where if you want to inquire about a podcast, you can just hit up that email.
Yeah,
and I barely check it.
Yeah.
I'll check it once a week, and I have like 100 requests, and then I'll go through and like see the coolest stories and stuff, because like not everyone is. Now the caveat to this, you might be doing cool shit to you, right? But it's not cool to everyone, right?
There's one thing to point out is like you want people to notice you, right? And like people will notice you if you put your work out, right? Like you got to post the shit that you do. You like if you make a song and you're like, it's all right, like, and you never upload it, like how are people supposed to know what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I will post as much stuff on my Instagram as I can to show people what I can do, right? Like people aren't, if I've gotten like 5 photos on my Instagram, people aren't going to book me. Like a festival's not going to book me,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, but I've got like a plethora of like, is that the word? Plethora? I don't know how to say.
Plethora.
Yeah.
Plethora. We got there. Close. It was very close.
Failed English. Yeah, I've got a lot of work that they can see, like shows evidence of, you know, what I can do.
Your body of work.
So people are going to be like, okay, he's got the experience, and like, you know, he's got something that we can see his work. So like, you know, it's like a portfolio. So if you've got music that you're sitting on, just share it.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if you don't think it's the best, like no one's going to notice you if you don't share your stuff.
Yeah. I think Don Darko Quincy did that the best way.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of unfinished drum and bass or jump up songs. And he's like, he inquired Wilco, you know, Brandon Williamson?
Yeah, Brandon Wilco.
And Brandon was like, dude, you have all these unfinished songs. Why don't you just make reels, like videos of 15 seconds of like the drop because it's fire, and then you can choose which one you're going to put out because which one goes off.
Better reactions.
Yeah. And that was a fucking brilliant idea. Now he's got like he hit the top of the charts in like 4 months on SoundCloud. He's like the biggest house, not house DJ,
drum bass.
Yeah. Wild,
Right?
right?
He's doing bits. Did you see the boiler room thing he did at
With Whatsonot?
No, Billy Lee's.
No.
Do a boiler room at Billy Lee's.
Really?
Billy Lee's or Uncle Billy's, one of them. Upstairs.
Oh, Uncle Billy's. Yeah.
Upstairs. Yeah. No, but I was gonna go to that one with Whatsonot. But I dropped him off. His name's Chris, by the way. If anyone, if I say Chris, I'm talking about Whatsonot.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was after the first day of our rehearsal. And then we went to my studio and we did a shoot, and then I was like, oh yeah, we're going to the thing after the boiler room thing, the drum and bass barbecue thing, whatever they call it. I think that's what it was. And
it's a side quest or something like
side quest, yeah.
Side quest, yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, like I'll come and I'll stay for a bit, and then I got there and I was just like, I was so dead, and I was just like, oh. I'll drop him off and then I'm just going to go home. So I dropped him off, brought his bag inside and went home. And then went back and saw him the next morning at bloody bright and early, 9 a.m.
Jesus.
Did another 9. We did 2 days of like 9 to 4 rehearsals.
Really?
Yeah. And then on the Saturday, we did like, I think we started at like 3 and then ended up leaving the venue at midnight. And then we'll all go into the afters, like the kick-ons at Vault, and I just went home.
You got to, man.
I feel like a grandpa, bro.
Dude, yeah, I feel the same way. When Mars came, I got given tickets to go check out the show.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah.
The recent one?
Yeah, with Ghostmack and that.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was sitting on the side of the stage.
I came at like 9 o'clock just to see Mars's set because I came out of hospital 3 hours before, and I was like, I can't miss another event. When I go to hospital, I stay there for like 9-10 days.
Jeez.
And I'll take my laptop and I'll have a bunch of podcasts that I need to edit, and I'll keep dropping podcasts every day, and I'll do reels and everything. It's just to keep my mind going when I'm in there, because like, people have lives and they're not going to come and see you every day, you know, and it's almost like prison. I call it medical prison.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I went to see Mars, and Ghostmack told me that he had performed just before that. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I didn't even know you were playing that night.
I think he got added last minute.
Yeah, like the day before, and I didn't see the posts.
Yeah.
If I had saw the posts, I would have like hurried my ass up. But do you know what was taking me so long?
Well,
we parked and we couldn't find parking, so we had to park like near Rose Street and walk up. Parking's a bitch, and I can't walk that fast.
Well, I mean, there's nowhere like really to park in Northbridge that's free, so like everyone parks along that strip where the park is.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to pay at the Wilson's parking or
I
the
parked
CPP.
on the there's a street on the other side of the park where that parking strip is. On the other side of the park, down a street, there was like one bay, so we had to walk across the park. And
that park's dangerous.
I know, right? It was like fucking. It was almost like circles of people sitting everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was one lighter, and it kept going from person to person. They were smoking meth in the fucking park, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
Northbridge.
Yeah, Northbridge. What a fucking publication for them. But I lit a cigar and started walking.
Yeah.
So I lit a cigar, started walking from the car, and it probably took me 20 minutes. And that's probably when Ghost Mac was on.
Okay. Yeah, he was on. Yeah, he was on just before Mars.
Yeah. I would have fucking seen the set if I had like waddled over faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one thing that but I made it. I still went. Were you at the East Meets West thing for 6,000 events?
No. When was that? That was, I'm pretty sure.
That was May, I think.
I believe I was in Sydney.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a cool event.
Yeah. No, it did look cool. No, wait. Yeah. Where was I?
That was with Say True God and...
Yeah. Where was I? Actually, no, I was in Perth because I watched the live stream on my way home. I think I had work. I was shooting something else that night.
Yeah, there was another event on that night. You probably there. I know there was a lot on that night because I got invited to a bunch of different things.
Yeah. I can't remember what show I shot. I shot a show that night, but I don't remember which one it was. Interesting.
When you first started out, did you get invited to everything? No?
Like, if I could go through and read like all the DMs I sent to people, the emails, I was reaching out. Like, I was up till maybe 2 or 3 in the morning some nights, like just messaging people, and that's because of time differences.
Yeah.
Like, you want to catch people and like have a little thing pop up in their inbox when they're active. Like, if I send someone a message now, what is it now? 2 o'clock in LA right now. It's like
3 in the morning.
Yeah, like something like that. So like, they're not going to see it until they wake up, and then if they wake up, they're going to have a whole bunch of other notifications on their phone.
Yeah.
So it's just going to kind of get lost.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that's a difference between, like, there's no difference in what we do. Like, you film music videos, you film shows, I film this.
Yeah.
And it's constantly like just me talking to an artist. But it's become this thing where, and this is not a negative, I appreciate this like fuck. Everybody wants me to go to their event.
Right.
And it's not a bad thing. I really, really love it. It's really, really, like, it's heartwarming to know that like my shit gets to the people that it gets to.
Yeah.
And they want to see me out at their event and stuff. But sometimes it's like, what's more important, going to this event or like living my life?
Well, like for me, it's not so much like living my life. I feel like it's just like my health, because like they will say like, oh, we're doing, like, for example, after the Whatsonot show, they're like, oh, you're gonna come to afters, and I was just like, I'm exhausted. Like, I don't like, and they're like, they have a good 10 years on me, and they're all going out, and I think they ended up going till like 4 in the morning, and I was just like, I can do that. I've done that multiple times. I've done all-nighters, like, but like, if I'm exhausted, like, there's not much I can do.
It cuts into the next day and the next day.
Yeah. And then I just kind of get grumpy, and like, it's not that I don't want to go. It's just that, like, I know that I should sleep, or like I should get some rest, because like I'm constantly working. Like, I work almost 6 days a week. I try to, like, I used to be doing 7 days a week, like 10-hour days at least. And now I do like Monday to Friday, like around like 8 till maybe 5 or 6. Monday to Friday, and then Saturday I might go in for a few hours, and then Sundays I usually try and get off. But then and then maybe Saturday nights I'll work. But yeah, like it's tiring, because like everyone's like, oh, can you just do this video real quick? And like, it's not just like a quick thing. Like,
yeah, there's a process.
Yeah, and I'm more than happy to do it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it, but yeah, like I think like a lot of people that like aren't in the creative industry doing the creative stuff, and if they haven't got that experience of doing this kind of stuff, they don't necessarily have the idea of like what actually goes into like all the stuff that we do.
They just see the final product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like for you, they could say like, can you just edit this whole podcast for me? And like to them, it thinks that it sounds easy, right? Like it's just, go listen to the whole thing and then do all that. But to you and I, we know that there's at least 3 or 4 hours of work you have to do. And if you've got other stuff to do, like I'm like pouring out of my ears with clients. Like I have a music
What you wish for is now a burden.
Yeah, like I've got a music video with Perry that we started shooting June last year and we still haven't finished it. I've got a music video with Stan that we shot in December and we still haven't finished it. I've got another music video with just Tisoko. Yeah, I've got another music video with him and we started that in like October, November, and I still like it's just like finding time to do it.
Yeah, but it's a process, man.
Yeah, I feel bad because like like because I'm so busy, like, and that's like kind of like the key, like the main the denominating factor is me being busy. So I feel bad because I've got these people that are like paying their money to me, and I'm like, but like I'm the person that's like it's not about how long it takes, it's about the quality of what comes out.
Yeah,
is like kind of what I focus on. Like I don't want to rush something. But
could you ever build a team that does the editing for you and you just direct the editing?
I have actually chatted to a few people about it. I had a meeting with Caleb a while ago. Oh,
really?
Yeah. Like this is maybe like last year, end of last year, I think it was. He came in, we had a good chat.
He's a fantastic editor.
He's great. Yeah.
Crazy.
He's nuts. But yeah, I mean, I'm very, like, as I said before, like a bit of a perfectionist. So like, if there was 2 of me, brilliant.
Yeah.
But like, it's just having to rely on someone is just the kind of thing I have like the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, understandable.
It's the widest thing ever.
Got the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies.
The honky-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies.
I like what Sev's done.
Yeah.
So Sev works with, have you met KL? Yeah. KL was a student of his that he taught when he was a teacher.
Right.
Yeah. And
no, I think I did. I think you did mention that. Yeah.
And now he works underneath him, and he's taught him everything he knows to do with video editing, and he edits in Sev's style. And
so the way going forward with Sev is I'm going to assist filming a lot of his stuff, and then like I film it all and then send it off to them, and they're going to edit it all for him. So he's like, I just need someone that knows how to use a camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He's a fucking whirlwind of a human, man.
Oh, he's great.
It's wild, dude. It's constant knowledge.
Yeah.
You think he's got something like that he's said everything that he needs to say, and then he just continues going.
He met Gary Vee last week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's so wild. It's so cool. I at this point, my relationship, it actually started when I had him on the podcast, and I went and did his podcast, and then we were talking somewhere. I saw him out a bunch of times because I take security when I go out with me. Right. So I have personal security with me. Yeah. It's not a iffy thing, but like if I say something on the podcast and somebody doesn't like it, it's easy enough for them to just smash me in the face when I'm out. So I have one of my best friends who has been in security fucking all of his working life. Yeah. Whenever I go out, I pay him. He dresses up security. He lets like the club know that I'm there and that he'll be by my side most of the time. And he just hangs back. And me and Sev got him really drunk because we were chilling. And then we went to Uncle Billy's, and my security went home. And I went to Uncle Billy's and had a meal with Sev. And this was after my last relationship ended. Right. And he barely knew me from a bar of soap, but we had some interactions, you know, like we have a good chat. And he basically like lectured me on like to get through like what I was going through. And he didn't have to do that. No. It was like 2 a.m. We were sitting having fucking some Asian food, you know?
It's because he's a teacher, bro. Like he got into that industry because like he wants like... If you become a teacher, like you're becoming a teacher because you want to help people, you want to teach them, you want to be a source of their knowledge, right? And so like I feel like that kind of mindset that he had when he became a teacher is like carried on into like his other stuff that he's doing. But,
and I think that never leaves you.
No.
It hasn't
I
left.
mean, my
him,
mum,
at least.
my mum's a music teacher, and my sister's like a teacher at the moment, but she's like teacher, so like that's probably like where like I've got like, hey, check this out, like you know this, like all the learning stuff.
Did you grow up with a like obviously your mum is a creative with music?
Yeah.
Does your dad? Did he ever have anything like
So
to do with?
No, he worked. He finished school early. I think he finished year 10. And then he worked with my bubba and didda, so grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
They were up in Carnarvon. They had a farm up there, so he grew up on the farm and stuff, like quad bikes, motorbikes, all that, like bananas.
Hey.
Yeah. And then he moved down to Perth and he became an auto electrician, so I got that. And then he worked for this company about like 10 years ago now, and then he kind of got an inkling that the company was going under, and so he left his job, he resigned, and then bought a crate business, which is cool.
A crate business?
Yeah, it's called Empty Crates.
Oh, that's cool.
Like
shit.
the letter M and then the letter T.
Empty crates.
Yeah,
That's
so
sick.
it's like wooden crates for like freight and stuff. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they do that. They've done that for like the last 10 years now.
It's kind of like what my parents did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a trucking company.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, for freight.
Yeah, for freight.
That's
so,
pretty much what they do. So like if they've probably worked, like they Perth?
Yeah.
They've probably worked with my parents.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They constantly put like aeroplane propellers in crates and stuff.
They, like my parents do the crates for like, so they've done them for contests before.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
My parents always do that shit. Yeah.
No, but my granddad, my mum's dad, had this company. He started this company like 30 years, 40 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, called Aussie Crates, which was like pretty much exactly what Dad's doing now. So like my granddad, like, he's like helped because like he had all the knowledge from like when he started that business and like the software that all the companies, the software.
The SAP or whatever it's called.
No, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a software that they use
Tracking.
for like how the to do quotes and like the dimensions of cutting wood to create something.
Okay.
He like created this whole like program for that, and now it's like used in all of the crate wooden cut thingies.
Damn.
In all his
son.
businesses. So like Dad like got that off of him, and then like obviously they use that now. So like they use like the.
So you get like the creative. That's the best of both worlds. You get the creative side from your mum, and then you get the entrepreneurial side from your dad.
Pretty much.
What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like a recipe for success.
Yeah. And like mum works, like she does teaching, but she also like works with Dad. Like so they both work down at the business.
Oh, crazy.
And so yeah, that's probably, and they like always work.
Yeah.
So like that's probably like why I always work.
Work ethic comes from the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a driving factor for myself too, seeing my parents do it.
Yeah.
Because it gives them freedom.
Yeah.
You know, well, in a sense, you know, they still have to work for that company and stuff, but they own it. So they say what happens.
Yeah, like they started with like 3 or 4 employees. Now they've got 40.
Bro, that's sick.
So like, but like, yeah, it's too many employees, too many people to deal with.
Yeah.
They're like,
it's hard.
Hire someone to work for you. And I'm like, listen to some of your conversations. I'm like, I don't know if I want to hire people.
Yeah, my parents they tell me like we've got this new guy, he's working for us. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then I'll talk to him like a month later, and they're like, that guy's a dickhead. I'm like, oh shit. But he's making a money.
He does fuck all. He does nothing.
Yeah, he does fuck all.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think do you think there's a revolution happening with media?
In what way?
In a sense that we're kind of like all... I have this conversation very often on the podcast, which is like I ask the person that comes on the podcast, what do you think is going to happen with AI in the future?
Right.
But I think we can all see where it's going.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you can get left behind if you don't adapt to it.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's new industries now.
Yeah. It's like film and digital. Like you can either stick with film and get left behind. Well, film's still great, but it's just like it's a longer process, right? But if you don't adapt to digital, then you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah.
Like some of the like, don't get me wrong, film's great. Like some of the best like movies, like Oppenheimer, that was all shot on film. And yeah, the whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
IMAX film, like each film reel is like this big. It's crazy.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And then Euphoria, I think season 2, Kodak actually began production on one of their film reels. I can't remember which one it was, but like it got discontinued in like the 80s or like 70s, 90s, 80s or whatever. One of those got discontinued, but they started production on it again just for season 2 of Euphoria.
Oh, that's so sick. That's so
I think it's
sick.
like Ektachrome or something like that.
Right, and it's got like a graininess to it.
Yeah, it's like that, like color and grain and just the pop.
Have you seen that new movie with Jamie Foxx? It's They Clone Tyrone.
No.
It's a Netflix documentary and it's filmed on reel.
Okay.
And it's all grainy. It looks like it's in the 70s.
Sick.
It's really, really, really cool.
I'll watch it. I'll take it. What is it?
They Clone Tyrone.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is going to be trash. And then I kind of like my eyes fixated to like the movie rather than like, you know, when you don't, we're in 2023. If you see a new movie, it's bound to be in like 8K or 6K or something. But this kind of doesn't seem like it is that, but it does at the same time. Right. It's definitely 4K, but it's old school film in 4K.
Well, I mean, like all 4K, all film, like from like I think from the 70s, 80s, I don't know, one of the 70s, 80s or 90s. We'll just go with that. Yeah. Film is like 4K. Like it's been 4K since then. But to be able to do that digitally has only been within the last like
20 years or something.
20, 30 years, yeah. But the 4K film has been around for like years. Same with like photos, for example. Like you've got medium format cameras which are like ridiculous. They're like, you can get ones that go up to like 70, 80 grand or something for a camera.
Jesus,
I could be wrong,
Christ.
but yeah, and they're like the Hasselblad ones, so they're like medium format, so they're like big busty cameras, and they're used more for like, you know, fashion editorial, so like Vogue and all that kind of stuff. David LaChapelle is a photographer. I think he's from the UK. Don't hate on me if I'm wrong. He's the one that shot Astro World cover.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, he did like all like Lady Gaga like stuff. So he shoots, yeah. So you need that like good quality.
Yeah. Are you gonna go into movies?
I did like a little movie like a few years ago. That's how I got the Black Magic. With the Right Systems boys. They're like a clothing brand from Perth. I think they've like stopped doing their stuff now. But we did an entire movie. They did like, instead of just doing a runway, they designed all these outfits and styles, and instead of doing the runway, we did a movie, and all their styles were based on like a character, and the character was in the movie, and there's like a whole script and everything. It's called Watch the World Go By.
Watch the World Go By. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that's great. It goes for like an hour and a half. Full custom soundtrack, so it's all been made. This whole soundtrack got made.
Did you get like any awards or anything for it?
I don't think we entered any.
Oh, okay,
I should have.
Right. Yeah, no, for real. Because there's a couple of people making cool movies out of Perth, but they're all like short movies, like 20-minute, 30-minute videos.
No, this one was like full hour and a half feature film, and then at the end of the premiere night, we had like the runway down the cinema.
Oh, that's
that was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
damn. I find well, I have found, because I've talked to a couple of Perth actors like Bonnie Wheeler and that. She's done a few music videos, a couple of feature films and stuff.
Does ring a bell.
Blonde haired girl, very, very lovely girl, very lovely girl.
I might have like read something or seen something.
Yeah, she did this one. I think it was like Medicine something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And she played a woman that's going through like drug withdrawals.
Yeah.
Bro, very, very insanely talented actress. Actor, she likes to be called. And there are more people coming out now in the niche that they want to, because more people are doing this shit in the industry.
Yeah.
And I think that like if we, there's a guy that what's his name? Justin
Bieber.
Hey, Bieber. He's a director, and he did the war movie down in Bustleton. He works out of the camera house in Morley.
I don't know his last name, but I don't know what you're talking about.
But he got an award for upcoming director of the year, Hollywood director of the year.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah, and this guy's just some random dude, and he's just doing these crazy fucking movies in Perth. Like he did some other fucking movie. I'm probably gonna have to edit this out because I can't really remember. Yeah. No, let's leave it in. Let's leave it in. He's a cool dude. I've met him before. Yeah. Shout out to that guy. And I think more people that are doing these cool like little things is going to inspire more people to do them. Yeah. And then it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Well, I mean, if you're just doing the same thing as everyone else, you're not going to stand out. So I think, focusing on those niche things and, like I said before, being a generalist versus being a specialist in something, like you're not going to stand out by being a generalist. Yeah. If you can prove to someone you can do everything or like do everything okay versus doing something specific very well. Yeah. Like that's what's going to be a point of difference.
100%. Yeah. Let's wrap this shit up.
Kill.
Brendan Cecich.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming down, everyone. It's Brendan C Photo on Instagram. I won't forget that. And yeah.
Beautiful.
Let us do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been The Roadshow. Have a fantastic day or whenever you listen to this. Catch us.